4.
You got 4 dogs? She's got a bunch of dogs. I wasn't expecting that. We about to have a whole shelter.
Do you like dogs?
Y'all don't mind dogs.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Butt 91. We're having a super review once more. We're going to be talking to you guys about Married at First Sight. Listen, 14 dogs. Jasmine, I'm going to need you to chill. You had 4 and now you're breeding some more. I need you to chill. Okay, that's a lot of kids that you got there. Because when people look at their dogs as kids, she got 14 kids. I just need you to understand what's going on here. Ain't no man marrying a girl with 14 kids, okay? All right? He is already in deficit. Poor boy. I can see why this relationship might not work. Because you know what? If I found out you have 14 kids, I'm also going to be pissed. Okay? I'm also going to be angry. Because you sold me a lie. Okay? Married at First Sight done. Sold me down the river. But no, all jokes aside, this episode was actually quite good. We got to see a little bit more between Jasmine and Aris. We saw a little bit more of the reservations from the cousin and her questioning Jasmine about her beauty pageant kind of answers, apparently. And then obviously as well, we saw also with McKinley and Dominique, and I don't know. It's interesting, Dominique and McKinley. I can't lie to you. I'm not sure. It's a bit odd, but I'm sure the boys will chime in. And then we also have as well Chris and Nicole. I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen there, to be honest. It's early doors, early days. But I have a feeling she's gonna run all over him if she gets the opportunity to. And then obviously as well, we got to see a bit more with Shaquille and Kirsten as well. Remember, it's Kirsten, not Kristen. Her friend made sure. And that was interesting as well because apparently she's more attracted to him, which I'm gonna say it again. It's a lie. Okay, no, it's not a lie. I can't say it's a lie, but I would say this. Kirsten saying she's more attracted to him. I'm gonna say this again. She is trying to find things that she's attracted to. But the reality is, we keep saying this, don't choose me if you find me unattracted. Okay? You already know I said, don't choose me if you find me unattractive. Do you know why? Because this the kind of ish that happens. Okay? It's the kind of ish that happens. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. All right? Now, she's telling us in this episode, but we saw in the next few weeks episode when she's sitting down Pascal, there's no chemistry. There's no spark. Why? Because she don't find that man attractive. But anyway, that's a conversation we'll probably end up having in the course of the review as well. Listen, if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, and subscribe. And for those of you who are also returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. Trust me, it's a madness out here. And we're going to break it all the way down, okay? We're going to break it all the way down for you, baby. Baby. We're going to break it all the way down for you, baby. All right. Listen, let's get into this. I'm going to bring my guys up. I think Sean's having a bit of technicals. Sean, the reason why you can't hear me because you might have the other link still on. Let's see. Other link. I think he might have the other link on. Yeah, he might have to have a link on, so that's why. All right, Trey.
Yo.
We telling me, brother? We telling me you're good?
She's fine. I understand.
Nah. You're moving mad.
She's fine. I understand.
You understand, brother?
Just calm down. Just calm. Because it ain't there. It ain't there.
Fine, bro.
She is.
Fine.
She's
very fine.
Woo. I was looking hard this episode. I was like, you know what?
See?
Even her little cousins, I was like,
listen. If you see
All
what
right.
I see.
And you notice they like him. It's good. They actually like him, especially when he was explaining on the after party. They were talking to him like before she even came down the aisle. His family, their family was talking back and forth. They was getting along. It was it. And from what I've seen, they actually like him. So this is going to be a little sticky situation because she don't like him. She likes some qualities about him. But
yes, she likes compatibility issues, but the chemistry not chemistrying. Okay, the chemistry not chemistrying. Okay, all right, the chemistry not chemistrying. Yes, C way, baby.
C to the way.
Sean gonna come on in a second or two. But let's jump into on the first couples because I think I want to get rid of the ones that we don't want to talk about real quick. Let's jump into them. I want to talk about Gina and Clint. Let's talk about them. Gina and Clint. I'll find a clip for you so you can actually if I can even find a clip for them. I don't know where the hell they were. Gina and Clint. There we go. Okay, let's have a look.
And she's successful at it, but I'm trying to get past the work stuff.
Okay, so we were talking about work. I've just truly been like quite the workaholic.
All right, Gina and Clint. They obviously had their wedding partner and everything as well. They're talking obviously about the fact that he's a workaholic. She's a workaholic, and he wanted to hear more than just about the work situation. So I want to get your point of view. Like, have you ever been in an experience where someone just talks about work, and not really about anything else? What's your kind of thoughts to Clint and to Gina's situation?
I don't believe this, but the way he's acting is almost as if she's maybe too one-track minded. He's at first he was saying, "Oh, she's adventurous." That's a turn on for him, but now it's looking like she's just, I live here, I do this. This is just me. I'm a workaholic. I'm going to be focused only on this. And guys, honest truth, it doesn't look like he's that into her. It doesn't look, like even from that little scene, from what I saw, like he even barely gave her eye contact especially when she was talking, and that was, that was an eye opener. I was like, yo, he's not even looking at her. That means he's halfway listening to her. That means he's not engaged into her. So I'm like, I don't know. And he's a certain type of guy. It looks like he looks like one of those guys. He's a fun time to be around certain people, but he might say something. He might say something that's going to offend a whole room of people real quick. He just looks like it, so we see how this go. But at first I was hoping like maybe, okay, this could work, but the way he was interacting with her, he doesn't look that much into her. So I'm not too sure about them.
I feel that. I appreciate sharing that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I look at Clint and Gina, and I don't know. I think they just might have different ways of going about life. I think he might be a little bit more picky than he actually realizes as well. Listen, Gina's stunning. Can't lie to you. I'm not about the Caucasoids, but for me, Gina's stunning. I can't lie to you. Yeah, I think she's a beautiful woman. I love her energy. I watched her on after party last week, and I loved her energy. I loved her energy. I loved the fact that she was so open and vibing. And she just seemed like a just genuinely great girl. Do you know what I mean? And so, I mean, I thought she was pretty cool. Now she might not be his physical type. Maybe that's a part of it too. She might not be his physical type. He might like a particular pristine kind of, elegant kind of look. You know how, the Caucasians always like their girls. You might have a particular look that they like. You know what I'm saying? Which is fair. But when she was on the after party last week, what she was mentioning, I said, yeah, this nigga don't give a hooks. I mean, when it came to the gift situation, he only bought her gloves, sailing gloves. Like, it had nothing to do with her, and that's when I realized he's going to be conceited. Because how is it that you buy a gift and the gift is in relation to solely just you, not to what the other person is? And that told me that, yeah, this person isn't going to think about the other person. So I'm already having a particular image and viewpoint of someone like Clint. So when he's complaining about her only talking about work, I'm like, are you sure that's all you're talking about, bro? Like, is that all she talked about? I'm not saying she didn't talk about work a lot. I'm just saying that, are you sure that's all that she talked about? I mean, she loves her work, so I guess she probably does talk about a lot about her work. She's passionate about it, and maybe that's what it is as well. So yeah, I just felt like it was a little bit self-absorbed. You know what I mean? I don't want to say narcissist. I think narcissist is an easy word to throw around. I want to say he's just a little bit self-absorbed, and maybe not realizing how much he needs to contribute towards a relationship. Sean, what's your thoughts? Gina and Clint situation.
Call me a Caucasoid because, I'm not with it, but I get it. I'm not saying anything bad. It wouldn't work for me.
I think you got to.
I do think he. Go ahead.
No, go for it, bro.
Yeah, I do think that he's going to be a jerk for sure. I don't think it warrants it wouldn't warrant such a seems like he is just going to give her hell. I don't think he should give her hell. But yeah, I could see that they're a mismatch. I also think he is not ready to stop all the playing, in the streets. He's another one. They got two for the streets. They got Aries and they got Clint. They're both for the streets, So they got the player card filled out twice. So yeah, I think he's going to be rude to her. I don't think I think she's a nice woman, right? She seems like she has a good attitude, good energy, good personality so far. Definitely all those things she has going for herself. But yeah, they ain't gonna make it. Clint's gonna give her hell, and he's gonna just, be very. I think he's immature. That's it.
Appreciate the points. Crystal, what's your thoughts? Clint and Gina.
Hey, family. Clint wants someone to play with, and I think he's just like Sean said. He's a bit of an F boy, or not a bit of. He's an F boy. I think that he wants somebody to play with, somebody to have a good time with, and I think she wants someone to be proud of her. Like, she was talking, and production did that. Like, made it sound like she was just pounding in the everything that she's doing. Yeah, I'm sure she told him about what she's going on. Her career and everything, but I think she really wants somebody to be proud of her and take her out of that daily grind. Yes, I would love to go sailing and have adventures with you because I do work so hard. But all he heard was she's a hard worker, and he is going to be rude. I totally agree with Sean. Like, I see it coming, and they set him up for that. They set him up to what is he looking for? And yeah. He's an F boy.
I hear that. Miss Dior. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think to answer your original question, look, most lawyers, unfortunately, a lot of us sit around and talk about work all day. A lot of times when I go on trips with my fellow attorney friends, I have to tell them we're not here to talk about none of that stuff from your job. I don't care. You're not a lawyer today. You're a person. Be a person. So I do sympathize with, not wanting people to talk about their job all day. But in this particular situation, I don't think from what I heard that was fair, his response. She seemed like she's right in the middle of doing something that she always dreamed of doing. and she's kind of in the process of building out something that she's been working really, really hard for. And she just looked like she wanted to share that. She's like on a part of like a really amazing journey. And I didn't even know the lady, and I was already kind of proud of what she was able to do. It seemed like she was really just trying to share as a, you know, a new wife to her husband, like, hey, this is something I've been doing. I'm really proud of it. And we're in the middle of this, and like this, I'm doing something I've always dreamed of. So I thought his response, acting like she was talking about her job, was kind of effed up, because he wasn't really giving anything. And he has a lot of nerve to be giving that attitude with what he's giving. I think she's given a lot more than what he's giving. So I think he had a lot of audacity. I do think this is going to be like Mitch with an attitude this season. That's already what I'm getting from him. And, you know, like you said, Kojo, I'm not going to throw out like narcissist other words from like a 2-second clip of him. But I will say the attitude that I'm already getting in the confessional, I'm not liking. He seems like he's acting like he's too good for her in many ways. His vibe, not saying anything he said, but his vibe. And I'm trying to figure out where he's getting that from. Like, where is he getting that energy from, and for what reason? So yeah. So do I like people talking about their job all the time? No, I do not think that's what she was doing here. I don't think that was fair at all. So
appreciate that. All right, let's move on from them, because there wasn't much that was happening with them. I can't lie to you. Wasn't much that was happening with them. So we'll keep it swift and keep it moving. Let's talk obviously about we're talking about Chris and Nicole, because they were the next one that didn't much happen. I'm gonna find a clip for you guys. I don't know what clip I'm gonna find, I'll be honest with you, because I didn't pre-prepare this. So I just to find one. Well, I can't remember where they are. I'll be honest with you, Chris and Nicole. I don't know where they are, guys. I'm so sorry, but you're gonna get a little.
What they say in church, take your time. Take your time.
Take your time, Pastor. Don't do that.
Dating, especially. Now that I'm married to Nicole, I can tell like she's a very caring and loving individual. So I'm just excited to see.
All right, Chris and Nicole. I mean. There wasn't so much wrong in this particular episode. I think it's more of a case of what we think is going to happen a little bit later on. What I would say is, to open up the floor, is that, you know what, it's quite interesting to see that they both wanted to take it a little bit slow in terms of the bedroom. They said they both didn't want to compromise getting to know each other. So jumping into the bedroom on the first night won't be necessarily their first MO. They want to actually try and get to know one another. That was what that kind of just aspect of it from it. The dad was going on hard in the paint about he don't know who he is and etc. I was like, sir, she married. It's a bit late now to ask those questions. Okay, when people start doing the grill stuff, I'm like, they married. I don't know if you understand. Like, it's a bit light, but I hear what you're saying. You know what I mean? We see it every season. So I want to get your thoughts, Chris and Nicole. What do you guys think about Chris and Nicole? Seaway, tell me something. You know, what do you think about Chris and Nicole, man? What are you saying? You know?
I mean, I really like Chris. I think he's adorable. He seems like he came on here for the right reasons. I hope Nicole appreciates that and can kind of realize that that's what she needs. And they actually seem like they would be a really, really good match if they kind of like meet each other in the middle. But yeah, I mean, I do like how they both, I don't know why the producers keep asking them what you're going to do on your wedding night. Like that must have been the theme of this whole entire episode, about grilling them about what they're going to be doing on their wedding night and at the honeymoon. I just think that's so inappropriate. But I really like Chris' response, and I'm glad that she's willing to take it slow and really try to get to know him. I think if they both do that, they're starting off with the best possible outcome that they can get. So yeah, and I'm glad they both find each other attractive. I think I'm not sure how Nicole feels about Chris, but yeah, I like them. They're boring though right now.
He ain't attracted to her.
You don't think so? Or is that just how you feel?
No, I'm not projecting. I think he's just I just think he's nice. Huh?
Because sometimes we have to think about, like, is that how we feel or is that how
No,
he feels?
no. I'm not. That's what I said. That's what I said. I'm not projecting. I didn't say it like offensively. No, I'm not projecting. I just think he's too nice, so he's never gonna say it.
What I will say is that these women this season did not find wedding dresses that flattered their body type. And I don't understand that. It is like literally 3 of them did not find wedding dresses that flattered their. If you have broad shoulders, broad neck, broad, all of that, you don't want to just have that out. That's the side of the
Not Kirsten. Kirsten is winning.
And then if you got big arms, a lot of times you got big arms. A lot of times the women like you wear long sleeves if you know you got big arms.
Kirsten and Jasmine was looking fine to me.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna wait my turn, Kojo, but I got a second what Seaway just said. Ladies, I'm top heavy too. Dominique, you needed more structure. You needed.
He was holding her. She was this the whole night. The whole night. I felt so bad for her. I was like, she needs a strap. She needs a
absolutely. Strap. You could have done something. She could have done something about that. That was.
But that's on your team though. Like you're supposed to like. There was nothing wrong with the individual dresses as they were, but like somebody's supposed to be like, hey, you're gonna be pulling up your dress all night. You may want to get something that has like some back support, or you got broad shoulders. Let's do something like delicate so it looks. I don't know. I know y'all don't care about that, but that was bothering me. I need the dresses to fit.
It was bothering me too, Seaway, but we're women.
Appreciate you sharing that. Sorry, I'm dying in the background. My throat is fine for that. Trey, god damn.
Well, as far as Chris and Nicole is concerned, Nicole wants him. She wants him. I saw it in her eyes. She wanted him. Chris, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I think Sean might have a point. He may have a point on this one. I think he's just there for right now. He's like, okay, I can work with this, you know. All right, she's cute. It's kind of what he's giving. She's cute. I can work with that. You know, but Nicole, nah, the way she was talking to him, the way she was acting around him, she likes him. You know, is he too nice? Yes, she called him Mr. Too Nice. It was, yeah, you can see where that's going to be a problem down the road. Do I think he's Mr. Too Nice? I think he's trying to be Mr. Too Nice. I think he got a breaking point, and she's going to hit it, and I truly think he ain't going to have it. He's just like, nope, I ain't the one. You know, don't take my nicety as an advantage. He's going to be like, no. What we ain't going to do, he's that type. What we ain't going to do is this. I'm a nice guy. I would do everything for you, but what you ain't going to do. That's him. I can see it coming. I don't know if it's going to go over. I don't know if it's going to get through. Probably not, Sean, right? Probably not. But at least he's going to make the attempt. He's got to make the attempt. You got to stand up for yourself. That's
Trey. Everybody, the nice guy's always going to break in your book, huh? Whether it's Aaron and now here is Chris. He's going to break.
Listen. They gotta win sometime. He's you know, I don't trust them.
Weightlift? Does she weightlift? She a bodybuilder?
I don't think so. She just got
definitely in the gym.
She's just naturally.
No, she's in the gym.
Oh, I thought somebody said it.
I mean, yeah, she works out, but she's just, you can tell she's kind of naturally, you know.
Did you see any scenes of her in the gym?
I thought I did, but maybe I made that up.
You did.
No, I thought so. No, I'm sure she's in the gym.
The first episode.
No, she's definitely
good. She talked about
was she just doing
not in the gym?
Okay, well, she wasn't in the gym. She was working out.
I don't see nothing else on her that looks worked out. But you know, hey,
that looks like working out. Come on, that looks like she's working out.
No,
those shoulders, bro. Workout shoulders. You don't get broad shoulders like that without working out. Yeah,
she is just. Thank you, Celery. She's just stocky.
She has broad shoulders.
Nah, that's
She
not
has
stocky.
broad
That's not stocky.
shoulders.
No,
Very
That is
broad
not stocky.
shoulders.
Bro, what other part
not
of her
stocky.
body looks like it's working out? What was she
Her
just
body
going
looks
to
like
the
she.
gym and
That's the
doing
point. Her body
curls
looks like she's
and
working
curls?
out.
No,
her
the
body
first
looks like she does work
episode,
out. That's
she
the point.
talked about working out.
Nah, guys. Yeah,
She just
working
got
her
broad
mouth out. That's
shoulders.
about it. And I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this with you guys. But this woman is not in the gym. I'm not gonna do
She
it.
definitely is in the gym, but what you're asking for is a body that's going to be curvaceous. She doesn't have that.
It's
She's
not
just got that
anything
fit.
about a curve. Don't put words in my
every-
mouth. I said nothing about a curve.
So then why would she not think she's working out?
She's not
Those
proportionate.
shoulders are workout shoulders.
I don't think
No.
She's not
Those shoulders
proportionate.
are workout
She's not
shoulders.
proportionate.
They are not normal shoulders.
Okay, goodbye.
Those shoulders
You
are
should get it from her
workout
daddy.
shoulders.
Her daddy got broad shoulders.
I
Her
will
daddy got
say-
What
broad
shoulders? What
I
shoulders
will
her daddy got?
say-
I saw some broad shoulders in that suit.
The dad, the skinny
She
short
got some
guy?
broad
That's
shoulders. He look like he has some broad shoulders. I'm trying to give her grace. I'm trying.
I appreciate some of y'all ladies being honest. She has that's her natural build. I don't think
Yeah, it
it's
is.
working
Those
out
shoulders
there.
are not natural.
Thank you. Who is this?
It
that
is her
said
natural
that?
build.
Those are workout shoulders, bro.
No.
That is
The
a workout
Sam
shoulder.
Houston
That is the pull-up
9600
bar.
said it.
That is the pull-down bar.
There's no
That's the
muscle
pull-down bar.
tone on any other part of her body.
But bro, she's not gonna. She doesn't need to have muscle tone, like toned muscle.
If
Bro,
your
that is
arms
a
are jacked, are you telling me that she just
her arm is jacked? Can you not see her arm is jacked? Why are
I
you looking at
understand that, but if
Yeah, she
you
got
were
some power arms.
so what you're saying to me is she just literally goes into the gym and works her arms out and nothing else.
Can I
Them
just say,
kettlebells, man. Them
I'm trying to-
kettlebells.
shoulders.
I've been trying to
Them
say, guys,
kettlebells. Shoulder press.
as a person who played 3 different sports, I've seen people with 3 different body types. She, to me, has a swimmer, rower, just a person who does upper body cleans, Romanian deadlifts. To me, she has a very much so swimmer, person who does just upper body, maybe someone who does rowing, a rower. Sometimes gymnasts are made that way. They're very shoulder down. You know, she doesn't have to have like the athletic track body or a volleyball body or other types of bodies. I know what you're saying, Sean. You don't see muscle definition, but what I'm saying, I see it in her shoulders and I see it a little bit in her arms. That's why I thought I saw her doing cleans.
And her thighs.
And again, I'm not talking about her arms. I'm saying that she does no other part of her body because her waist, her waistline, her legs, everything looks all in her arms, which leads me to believe that's just her natural shape versus she is athletically working out, because I just don't see somebody that just works out their arms and has no other part of their body that looks like it's visited a gym.
She does look like she goes to the gym. I personally think that she goes.
Wait a minute, who are we talking about again? Because maybe I have the wrong person.
Nicole
and Chris. Which one are you doing?
Huh?
If you've been fighting for someone else,
I'm
gonna be so pissed.
Are we talking about the girl that has the arm tattoo? Is this the girl with the arm tattoo, the long arm tattoo?
Yes.
Let me show you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one here, Chris and Nicole. This one here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
She
don't
got
think
strong
so.
arms.
And look,
Strong arms,
She
exactly.
could. Exactly.
strong
I
arms.
don't. It doesn't look like it's worked out to me. Now, when I saw what's her name, the other one that was lurching around from last season. Now I could tell she went to the gym.
Who lurching around?
No.
What's her name? The one that did Ben and Morgan.
Oh, Morgan.
Yeah,
Morgan.
I could tell she works out.
Yeah.
You could tell she's a fighter too. You could tell specifically.
Yeah.
Every single piece of that.
Yeah.
This young lady does not look like she works out heavily.
Yeah, she couldn't walk.
Just because
She couldn't
saying
walk.
she don't
people
have
don't
the
exist like that. I guess you guys are missing my point, and it's really not worth it to debate about this woman's body like this. So I mean, listen, she might work out, she might not. I don't want to go down a rabbit hole about
them shoulders are workout shoulders. I'm just saying straight.
I concede.
The moral to the story is that a side note.
She goes to the gym.
No, that's not even the moral. The moral is you're just supposed to dress for your body type. Get a dress that matches your body type. That really is the only moral. I don't know if she works out or not. We'll never know. Well, maybe we'll find out later.
We'll find out on after that.
No, she works out. Let's just go. She works out. Listen,
we'll find out on after party.
I learned from last night with the Negro princess, high goddess, whatever, bougie goddess, whatever her name is, uppity goddess. Yeah, I learned from her that these things. She goes to the gym heavy. She's in the gym heavy. She just has a really good arm regiment. And I'm wrong. And we can move on. I want us to. I beg that we move on.
Not Kojo being this tickled though.
It's 2023. I really don't care that much, so I can be completely wrong, and I am wrong.
Okay, let me say, Nicole is gonna wear this man out. Before by the honeymoon, he's gonna be sick of her. And I agree with Trey that he's nice, but until he's not. Basically, he's gonna let her know. Like, you need just calm down. And the dad wants to be a stand-up comedian. I was just like, what you're 5 foot nothing. Just stop talking. Just sit down at this point, Dad. But this woman, I think that she has a lot of insecurities. But I also think he even said in his vows, I get quiet sometimes. And that was your key, sweetie. I don't think he's too nice. I think that he's trying to be respectful. But she's judging. She's all of the things at all at once, and she needs to pull it all the way back because he's going to let her know. She's gonna wear that man out. By the honeymoon, it's gonna be. And is she a little bit of a Lindsay? I don't know yet, but she's giving me Lindsay vibes right now.
She's gonna wear that man out with her gym fitness.
She's gonna wear his ass out. He's done.
He could be the secret villain. We don't know. We just need to wait.
She's gonna hit him with one of them right hooks from those guns and let y'all tell it.
Her gym fitness gonna come into play. Tear that man out. She gonna give him shoulders.
Yo, is Chris the nice guy that has taken too much? Like, you could tell, he said before he's been too nice in his relationships in the past. And he's been taken advantage of before. He said that. So I'm like, is he the nice guy at this age where, all right, you know how some of them get. They've been treated a certain type of way, and all of a sudden you just start going crazy. You done took too much, you done reached his limit. Now he feels like he has to overcompensate and be this tough guy. Or maybe, I don't know.
I hope not, because those be the worst ones, let me tell you.
Yeah, they be the worst ones. I don't think that yet.
They'll take out their whole life problems on you. So I hope not.
He's definitely going to do that because he's a self-professed nice guy. So he's definitely going to blow up. Because I keep telling you guys, when people start describing themselves as nice guys, they are the worst. So yeah, he definitely going to rail on Nicole when she tries it. She going to find out. We saw a little clip of the week after where he tells her, listen, I don't play those games. And she apologizes. So I don't know. She tried it. She fucked around and she found out. So Jim Gaines can save you this time, baby. Let's go to the next couple. Let's talk about Dominique and McKinley. If you don't remember who they are, that's them on the screen, and I'll play a little clip for you as well. And the mama I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude, but the mama was moving a bit slow. Just saying, just the way she spoke at the reception, it just felt a little bit slow. I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna follow wherever you
go. Do you want it? Can I
you can do it.
All righty then. So Dominique and McKinley. That's what happens when you work out in the gym. But Dominic and McKinley, they they're together. He's 35. He's 24. She's 25. He asked if that would be a problem. She said no. She likes some emotional maturity, and that's what she asks for. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about these two. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure what to say, but I'm gonna let my panelists go. What do you guys think of Dominique and McKinley? Who feels strongly enough to start this off? Who feels strong enough to start this off? Fantastic. Thank you, Siwei.
I was cutting it off because I was still eating. When y'all
Oh, okay. Trey, go for it.
They ain't gonna make it. It's just written all over their storyline. They ain't gonna make it.
Not you starting off with the negativity, Trey.
They ain't gonna make it. The story for this episode for them was his mama. That was funny because I don't think she particularly likes her too much. I think she's cool with her, but you could tell the way she was talking. It was so funny. She was trying to tell her in so many words, "Hey, I'm a black girl that lives in Tennessee. I've had to deal with racism or whatnot, whatever, and I hope I don't have to deal with it here." That's what she was trying to say. And the mom was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, marriage is hard." Oh, that was her answer to it. I went, just disregard what you said. Just, marriage is hard, which it is, but it was very interesting. It was a little dismissive as well, because you could tell Dominique was trying to say how she really felt and what she had to deal with living in Tennessee, which I think was very real. But the mom was just like, nah. But then it was explained a little more in the after party as well that his mom offered him $50,000 not to even do the show. It's like, okay, all right. Now it kind of just it opened the door a little bit on his family, because he was in like protection mode of his mom, like, oh no, I have all type of friends, I've dated all type of women. I was like, okay, let's see what this here. Like, no, his mom just didn't like her. She already sensed something off about her, which I do too. That Dominique is not the one at all. She's just too young. I don't know why her mama signed her up for this. That makes no sense. But this is where we at. So let's enjoy the ride. It's gonna be funny, probably.
You know how the mom, it's almost like they be the worst ones, where I know production, they had this pregnant pause and it might not have been in the right place, but she already wished that he had done it the traditional way. And she said it 3 times the traditional way. And all the people say, well, I'm open-minded, open this, open that, and we'll accept you, and I just wish it was the traditional way. So that's what I was getting. I don't think, and yeah, the traditional way. I think that she was really trying to, like, hey, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or whatever way you want to say it, but let's talk about it. Is this okay? What do you think about it? I actually like the mom sitting there with the grandma and saying, because we're black, like, because she was trying to make a joke about it because it's obvious. But he, of course, said he was open on his questionnaire, and either she said she was open or she said she wanted a white guy. I also saw that the camera kept panning to the mom's the stepfather, and I ain't mad at the mom or the stepfather, but I just think we already see that this is not going to last. If you look at the previews, it's not going to last past the honeymoon. Like, they're on the honeymoon, but I don't think it's going to last past that. We already see something's going to happen, and I think this is going to be bad for any other black woman he wants to date in the future. I just think this is not going to last, and there's something more there that's going to happen. And you're right. During the after party, she offered him $50,000 knowledge not to go through with it. And he was really in defense mode. You should be in defense mode about your mother, but also you should just be, be honest. Did you have this conversation with your mother? What did you say on this questionnaire? So that's what I think.
I also just want to add that Dominique's mom's an OG divester because Dominique's daddy is white, and now she got another white husband. So we got to respect her, respect her game.
You made.
She said, I like milks in my coffee.
Heavy.
Go for it. Sorry.
I got a few things, but let me piggyback off this point. Now,
is it about a white mama?
About Dominique's mama.
Go for it.
I am team Kamala Harris with her husband. I'm team divest if there's no black king that you can find. However, I give black women, way more leeway because of the situation that I think we find ourselves in, especially when we're successful. However, if you're on white man number 2, what you can't do is sit up in they face talking about, don't you know my daughter black? We black. Don't act like you care about who black, how they treat your black daughter. Personally, that annoyed the living hell out of me because I'm like, just like Dr. Umar be giving lashes to these black men who want to be Martin Luther King when they are divesting and have been divesting since the beginning of time. I also do not have patience for the black women on the other side who seem to be doing similar things. It's giving you're going 2 different ways. It's giving counterintuitive. It's giving overcompensating. It's giving all of those things. And I personally was like, not y'all want to sit up at the wedding after they're already married, talk about, don't you know my daughter black? Ma'am, yes, we all know, we all can see, we see you and your mammy, we get it. Let's just pray for the best because that's all we can do right now. And I'm already annoyed with Dominique's mama because it's giving like you're pimping your daughter out to be with a white man. I don't know what you're doing, but your daughter is 25 years old. Most people don't even get married that young anymore. Back in the day, but my parents' generation, yeah, everybody got that. But nowadays, people aren't getting married that young, and they definitely don't need to be pawned off to get married at 25. So the mother is just really weird. Just really, really weird. And personally, after one white man left me and didn't take care of my daughter to the point where I had to go out and get another man, because that's what Dominique said, that her dad left him, that she has no involvement. I would not have ran out and got another one, but that's just neither here nor there. So that is my problem with Dominique's mother. I think she deserves her own segment because I think she's very, very problematic and literally the only reason why Dominique is here. She's puppeteering the whole situation. And I think that's really, really sad and really unfortunate. And I feel bad for Dominique. On to that family. Now I'm going to tell y'all 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave Trey alone because Trey not part of it. But Kojo, JR, Sean, y'all love to talk about we stick up for the white man. Let me tell you right now, this man, McKinley, is broke. I think he's a homosexual. I think that he is on this TV show for an apartment or a job. And I think the reason why his mother, on top of maybe the fact that his mother doesn't want him to marry a black woman, or maybe his mother doesn't want him to marry like this in general, I think his mother also knows that he's a bum. And that's the reason why she offered him $50K. Because if he already had money, if he already was doing well, why would $50K be tempting? $50K is only tempting to your child who you know ain't got no money. His whole story didn't make any sense. He coming from
50K would tempt me.
But if you are well off, if this is something that you really wanted to do, I don't think that your parent would be like, here, $50K not to get married. That means there's a need for that $50K. I mean, I understand we all can use $50K, but it's like, I just feel like you don't offer $50K to a person who's doing well, who really thought this out. You offer $50K to your child who's looking for a place to stay, which is, I think that's what he's doing. And I don't understand his story about he left Washington to go to Nashville to be with his friend, and And now all of
Remember,
a sudden
he left wherever he was because he had a dispensary, and that's what he went to Tennessee. That was one story.
But then I heard another story that he just wanted to
Yeah.
start with his friend.
Do you know what I hear?
Dust?
Loud and clear. I need to get my Dyson right now.
So look, there's no debate here. I got the dust storm is coming, and I feel it, and I think maybe that's going to be part of the big revelation. There's a dust storm of brewing. It's giving Matthew again from the Charlotte season. Look, he doesn't have any money. He has no funds. He has no bearings. I don't think he has a job. I don't think he's rooted in nothing. I think his family has money and they'll save him, but that's about it. So,
I think the mom was trying to pawn him off on mom was trying to pawn her off on whoever. I think the mom was like, yes, do this, do something, just do something more. But apparently she's making good money. She's in sales, and her bridesmaid was giving her all the flowers. So her bridesmaid was telling it that she's doing all of these great things. Now you just need a man. Her mom was like, I just want you just to be open and just. I was like, girl, what are you doing? What? So yeah, I think that the mom, the way she was talking to him was like, is your family okay with this? And I think that the family, when you saw all them black people, all the coming on the other side, I was like, aren't they looking at the other people like, uh-oh, the bride is black. So I don't know, maybe not, but I was like, they're really like, oh, okay. So I think that there was definitely something there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Moget, you mean my background? That's just a blur background. I don't know if I said your name back right. It's just a blur background.
I think the mom's trying to kind of prevent some things that could potentially could happen to the daughter, because she is very young and she does like to party every week, right? She's the one that said she wanted to party every week with her homegirls or something like that before the wedding day. So I guess the mom could be looking at it as, if she's in a marriage and so it prevents her from running the streets and probably getting knocked up or pregnant or anything like that at a young age, and possibly ruining her career. So if she's doing well in sales, she gets into a marriage, it might be a better path for her. Just thinking as what it might be like for an old head. But the mum definitely has form, because obviously being with a white guy to produce a biracial child, she kind of maybe wants her to emulate her a little bit and how she did things, or maybe do things that she could have done differently. But yeah, mom's definitely excited to get her palmed off, that's for sure.
So basically what we're saying, her mama trying to keep off the pole. Just, oh, okay. We just make sure. Okay.
That's the polite way, yeah. Keep her at the club.
Yeah, y'all ruthless out here tonight, bro. People out here moving mad. Yes, go on, Sean.
Yeah, Crystal, the only thing I would say is all that stuff her friends were talking, they're liars. They lie. Because they sat up there and told that girl that she was mature. She has an old soul. Ain't nothing old soul about her. She's very young. She's very much her age. Unless she's depicting a whole different person. She could barely remember his name after they got married, calling him Mackenzie or whatever the heck she called him. She seems a little goofy. She seems very much what a 25-year-old looks and acts like. So ain't nothing extremely mature about her. So those look like the girls that's just gonna gas you up and tell you, get it, girl, get it, And meanwhile, they'll hold your hair while you're vomiting after you, been binging all weekend. And she could do that. That's what 25 looks like. So go for it, but not ready to be married. I don't think so. I don't see it. I'm not buying it. And I wish her the best.
I didn't hear the old soul part. She don't have no old soul, but
That's what the friends told her.
That's her
They sure did tell her that.
That's her
you're doing
label
this.
on there. Old Soul is like her little like tagline. It's on her whole thing.
Maybe you should listen to old soul music.
I mean, someone's in the comments. I'm sorry, I would scroll up. I don't know who it was, but I'm gonna look. That she could be, Babs. That she could be the old soul for their group, which is quite possible. You know, it's all relative.
That's fair as
Could
well.
be the most mature one in their particular group, which, you know, still doesn't mean that a 25-year-old should be getting married.
Like did anyone hear that obviously as well that they like hunting, and I was like, oh, is that part of the draw? You didn't hear that part when they were getting her makeup done and everything like that.
Yeah,
Mom was like,
and she
they
just
properly
doesn't.
said
There's
it.
a lot of inconsistencies with her. Like hunting, I never got looking at her. I don't see hunting.
That's what they're trying to let you know. It's not for you, nigga. Okay, it's not for me, nigga.
Oh, I don't want it. So I wouldn't want it. So.
Exactly. That's the whole point. They're trying to let us know it's not for us.
I agree.
Hunting wasn't for
mama
us.
says she black. The mama
She
says
goes
she
hunting in the
black.
club.
They black, but they wanna be what?
The boots, the cowboy boots, and I was like, is she like old girl that didn't like old boy? And by the time the honeymoon, actually by the time the night of the wedding, from last season, she was out the door. She was wearing what? Alyssa, like, yeah, is she like that? She didn't want to talk to him, didn't want to be around him. Oh no,
I don't think she's stuck up and rude. I just think she's immature.
But the fact that she couldn't remember his name,
that's just because she's goofy.
She's drunk. She only just met him that day. Like, she met him that day. They did the vows and everything, and she still can't remember the brother's name. So that's
she's goofy. I just think she's goofy. Y'all pointed that out, you know, with the whole wedding dress thing and tugging and pulling. She's just a little goofy and awkward.
Drunk.
She seems very genuine, though. Very genuine, very sincere. She does feel like one of the more genuine souls I've seen on this show. And I think McKinley actually did point that out, that he feels like she has a really good soul. And I don't get like ulterior motives. I think the only person on her side that has an ulterior motive is her mother. I think she's actually like really on here wishing, you know, hoping for the best. So that's at least refreshing. But she does have a very young kind of like, you know, like when a woman comes into her own, and I think it takes a long time, you kind of do, you do feel goofy. You're like, you're not comfortable in your skin. You're still pulling up your dress. You're not confident. And I feel like she just has that, like, I haven't come into my own as a woman thing yet. And that's why somebody said you peak as a woman at 25. There was a whole debate on Instagram, another stupid debate on Instagram, but that really, you know, that can't be further than the truth, because you're not really who you are as a woman yet at 25. So was that Toya who said that?
I think she's gonna be attracted to Eris.
No,
Eris has a piss poor attitude. No one needs to be attracted to him.
Oh, I agree with you. I think physically she wants that black man.
You think really? You talking about
Dominique? I don't like Eris, but I think that I was really shocked. I was really shocked that she was attracted to, what's his name, McKinley. I was like, are you?
Hello, because her mama. What is her mama like?
Her mom was like white, so I get that, but I think she wanted a black man for some reason. Maybe not Eris, but I think she wanted a black man.
She might be a little off with that one, Crystal.
I think she wanted a black man. I actually really do think she wanted a black man.
She wanted a black man.
She should have put that on application.
She might be trying to be rebellious because, you know, that's what her mom wants for her, but she might rebel and give some pushback to that, right?
Yeah. Her mother has passed.
From the clip, like, if he, like, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but if you saw the clips, then it kind of would.
You can put the spoilers in. That's fine.
They had some type of disagreement, right? And she's walking away carrying her stuff. So something definitely went down. But I think there may be some rebellion there, because sometimes parents try to live vicariously through their kids,
Mm.
and it puts a lot of pressure on them. So she might be trying to rebel against that. I don't know. But I was gonna ask you a question. As much as the mum seemed to be gleeful and trying to palm her off and happy for her to get married, based on like the little clip we saw, do you think that the mum's gonna be extremely disappointed with how, if she comes out of the marriage with McKinley?
Wait, what you mean?
Can you turn? Is there a way for you to turn your mic up just a little, Jr.?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, can you hear me now? Got the mic right here.
A little better.
Yeah. So I was asking. So do we think that because like the mum is so invested in seeing her get with McKinley now, do you think that she's going to react like sternly, like aggressively, when Dominique pulls away from McKinley in the next episode?
I don't think the mother likes McKinley, though, to be quite honest. Because you saw how she was grilling him. Because remember, she said Jeffrey Dahmer was a nice guy, too. So
he's the wrong kind of white.
Involved. I don't think she's crazy about McKinley.
He's the wrong kind of white.
He might be the right kind, but he's doing the wrong kind of things.
Trey, what type of white did she want? Enlighten me.
Yeah.
I'm not a part of this side.
Enlighten me. I think
none of the guys there. Let me see. Her mother's on her second husband here, and it does seem like she likes a certain type of white man. And the way she was grilling him, I do think, I believe it was, I see where you're trying to brought this up earlier. I do think we're going to get into the dust situation that's picking up with him. And it's going to be a little disappointing to them, probably the mother. Like, to me, it's still weird how she's really pining her daughter off at 25. That's just weird. Something's off about this. Why? I haven't heard one good answer from them. Why?
Because she be out in them streets dealing with the wrong kind of white
true.
dudes.
Oh, I think she called that stripper.
Get into trouble.
Listen, I think she called that stripper.
She likes bad boys.
Yeah.
She likes a little bit of the bad boys. She likes a little bad boys. You know what I mean? What did she say? What did she say her problem was with dating? She said that the men that she has, they don't commit. They don't commit or whatever.
They were like not stable, and they took advantage of her. Pretty much what she got with McKinley.
So yeah, there you go. So she gets people that are not on her level in a sense, right? So yeah, when we say the wrong kind of white, what we mean is wrong class.
Yes,
wrong class.
Yeah. The reason why I added he's the right kind, but just doing the wrong things because his family got money. The mama didn't offer him 50 grand. So no, he's just he's probably very spoiled because he's got a whole house or whatever the situation is that he's living in his best friend's house, you know, and he has the ability to do what he wants to, but he's making the wrong choices because
his family
got money. You know, there's no doubt about that. You saw the way the mama looked. She was turning her nose up at the whole thing, kind of like, not my son on this show getting his wife. I should be able to meet the woman and determine if she's going to fit in with our family versus just this setup situation, which is why she posed. And her whole face was screwed up. Her face was turned up like a cat's behind because she was unhappy.
But I wasn't mad at that. I think a lot of people act like the mama is supposed to be happy about the situation. Like,
no, but she was rude. There's nothing you could do when your 34-year-old son decides that's what he wants to do. There's no need to be rude and turn your nose up at people, right? And I think that's my issue with her mom. And you know, again, I know it's editing, but it came off very like when she was like, you know, when Dominique was trying to talk to the mom about race or something, they were having that race conversation. It got a little cringy.
I think that was editing because that didn't make sense.
The
Or she
mother
didn't want to
was
have. She probably was like, y'all not going to have me out here looking like Karen. Next topic.
yo.
Moving along.
The
She
mother.
turned her nose up to the whole situation, though. I don't feel like she was turning her nose up to Dominique. Like, for example, how Arius is hating behind cousin, sister, girlfriend, the way she acting was turning up her nose at his actual wife. I feel like McKinley mama was just like, this is some shenanigans. And I really, I'm here because it's technically a real wedding, but this is ridiculous.
No, I have to disagree with you. I think there's just different ways of people being rude and dismissive, right? Eris's cousin is one way, and she definitely was next level. The mother was a whole different way, and she comes from that school of you're not going to catch her off her perch. A woman like that has means, has money, comes from a background, you're not going to catch her out here misspeaking and saying the wrong things. But you can peep the elitist attitude. You can peep the turning your nose up at. You can peep the body language of her being very guarded and not even wanting to get to know the young lady a little bit, So that's what I sense from his mama.
I actually think two things can be true with this, and this is what I was trying to say earlier. I think this woman did not like the way he was getting married. She didn't like the situation. She was turning her nose up at the situation, at the way they're getting married. And on top of that, and she's Black. That's what I got. I was like, and she's not somebody I was able to dress down, that I was I would have liked for you to, date for a couple of years. And then, she wanted a traditional situation, and she wanted, and she's not somebody that I would have chose. I think it's both. I'm sorry, that's what I got. I also do. That was partially production as well. That was a lot of pregnant pauses, and the production, they made sure and got this woman like with her like sucking on her teeth a little bit. So I think it was both. And I don't like the situation. And she's Black. Oh gosh. That's what
I think we got to be real. I'm just saying, we need to call a spade a spade. If we put all this time and effort into a child, he already problematic as crap. Clearly he is not. He's pissing off the family's money and influence and whatever else. And he signed up for this show. I personally probably would have a similar reaction, but that's just me. I think we watched the show for so long, we're forgetting that this is a very ridiculous concept.
To me, this
I'm
is
not
very
dismissing
simple.
any of that, and I've seen parents who have expressed disdain or not been happy about the process. But I've listed some very specific things that she has an elitist attitude. That's just my observations based on her personality, how she acts. I'm not calling her a racist. I just think she's elitist, and I don't think
I think she is.
Yeah, so that's all I'm saying.
I guess I didn't think it was a problem. But yeah, I do think she is elitist. She definitely is elitist. But she looked like, I came too far by faith to be pissing off our fortune, wealth, and influence on this bull crap. I guess that is elitist, but
I agree with that. Hey Sean, the women agree with you.
Loved it. I mean, I didn't get involved because I don't remember much of their scenes. I didn't watch it. All right, cool. Let's move on to greater heights. Let's move then to one of the other Black couples on the show. Let's talk a little bit about Shaq and Kirsten. Okay. All right, because she made an admission that, you know what, she's starting to feel your boy. She lying, but I mean, nonetheless, let's hear what she got to say. Let's see what you guys got to say, because Kirsten, said, you know what, he's educated, he's got this degrees, da 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 da. Yeah, still can't get past that bald head. And then she wanted him to ask to kiss her, baby. You told us that if you kiss the cheek, it's because you don't fancy him. And I was just like, wait, so you want him to ask you? I really feel like, do you know what? She said, I would have been more inclined to say yes. No. I think what would have happened was he would have said, "Can I kiss you?" Should have been like, "No, look, I'm, not right now." I think you wanted to reject him. I think you wanted to reject him even more than you did. I don't know. I mean, you already did reject him as it was, but I just don't see how a kiss was, him asking for a kiss was going to make it even more so presentable that you'd want to kiss him. Like, and if your final answer still wasn't going to be, "I was going to kiss him," him asking makes no difference then it don't make a difference. Like, you know what I mean? They asked her on After Live as well. Would you have, if he had asked you, would you have kissed him? And she went, so babe, what do you want? You understand? Like, what do you want? You don't want him to kiss you. You want him to ask you to kiss you. Like, baby. And that's when I realized, no, she's toxic. And this is why she's in this situation. She's got some toxicity. She got some confusion, she got some delusion, and it's all mixed in there as a beautiful potion. Okay, all right. My Toxar radar was going off. You know how I like a little bit of toxicity. That's why I like her even more. All right, cool. So let me get you guys. You already know, bro.
Toxic cycle when it comes to her.
That's why we're so drawn to her, bro. Just like Jasmine. Shit. Okay, cool. What's you guys' thoughts? Talk to us. What's you guys' thoughts about this, man? What's you guys' thoughts on Shaq and Kirsten? Who wants to go? Who wants to tackle first? Go for it, Sean.
So listen, ain't no way. I don't know why she's playing in our face, talking about, ask me. He should have asked me for the kiss. When they were clinging, these folks are from the South. Different parts. Not everybody's Tennessee native, but they're from the South. Everybody knows. You ain't got to have been married to know when you clang a glass that means the couple needs to kiss. Both of these Oompa Loompas sitting here, look, I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know. They're going to break them glasses. Like, cut it out. It means to kiss. Stop playing. Somebody lean in, and I just got a problem. I got a problem with the fact that this guy, it seems like he knows, it seems like he got a little sense, right? But then he's like playing crazy. And then he keeps saying, oh, she's so virtuous. You don't know her, buddy. You don't know anything about it. She might have been, oh, never mind. You don't know this woman. You need to get to know her. And, just cut the crap, bro. Like, if I think there's something behind it. Yes, there's something behind it. She does not want you. There's no chemistry. She's not attracted to you. But ultimately, at the end of the day, what he needs to do is make a move so she can let you know, right? So make a move. The clanging is because they want us to kiss. I haven't kissed you yet. Is it okay? I'd love to give you a kiss.
Maybe he don't want to kiss her.
Maybe not. But then he won't do that old throwback garter when he pulled the garter down and then he did that ridiculous dance. Come on, bro. You got all that courage to get up out there and do that. First of all, I got married. I didn't have a big, huge ceremony, but ultimately, there would be no way that I just call me what you want to call me white identified. I don't do that. I wouldn't do it. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. We could do things behind the scenes for sure, but I ain't doing that. And if you got the courage to get up there, what'd you say now?
I didn't do that either at my wedding. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. So, and I mean, the garter toss is one thing, but you want to do the freaky deaky, like you got it all going on, then brother, you got to back that up. Then that means let's get it in. Like Elijah Wan did that stupid, ridiculous dance, but it matched his personality, right? It matched his personality and he backed it up. So if you're going to get out there and do that, but you still ain't kissed this girl, you pulling your shirt up, come on, bro. Come on. Do better.
Yo, Sean, come on, man. We know exactly why Shaq is, because he ain't stupid. We know exactly why Shaq putting up with this. She fine. Simple as that. She fine. So he gonna try and drag this out, be patient, hope and pray that things change around, which is not. It's probably not. Nah, because she ain't feeling him. Simple as that. Which is strange because the rest of her family is. That's weird. But she ain't feeling him. So maybe he can drag it long enough to get one of the cousins. Who knows? Just to try it
out. This girl annoyed the hell out of me. So you don't want to kiss him. She said she would love for her husband to ask for the kiss. I said, if this ain't Karen from Karen and Miles. And then, as Kojo said earlier, if he did ask for the kiss, what did Karen do when Miles asked for the kiss? She said, on the cheek. Like that. I was like, girl, so, and I think it was one of the men's panels. Y'all said, if I don't feel like there's a little bit of a invitation, if I don't feel like you're interested, I'm not going to ask for that kiss. I'm not going to make that additional move. He sees this girl. He's like, oh, my wife is so virtuous. And yes, she's putting up all these boundaries. He knows that that's not it. He knows it, but he's trying to put up this front. And when she was in the bathroom with her bridesmaid, she's like, I'm just so shocked that we're just having a good time together. And that I just wish he would have asked for the kiss. Why would he ask for a kiss? Why would he ask for a kiss? You're not giving him any inclination that he would, that you would welcome a kiss. You're not giving any reason for this man to think that you would be interested. And I think y'all talked about it last week. He said that he made the bow tie, and then she was like, oh, you're creative and stuff like that. But he's going to have to push for this woman to be interested in her. Forget it. Yeah. She is so Karen from Karen and Miles. She was annoying the hell out of me. And it's just going to be more and more and more of this. And she's so picky. First I didn't kiss him because I wasn't attracted to the bald head. This man is over 30. How many men that you're not going to find that doesn't have a bald head? Like, what, a black man without a bald head? Like, all of these judgmental stipulations that she's got. This is an educated man. I also think that Seaway may have a point that there's some suspiciousness. I do see that, but I'm not gonna. If he's not gonna say it, then I'm not gonna project that. But all the other things, girl, get over yourself. That's it.
Crystal, look, you got Trey, Kojo, JR, all over 30. They got hair. I'm in the minority, so
I don't think you're in the minority, but
she thought that was an option.
Okay, so she was a bald head. Then she didn't like something else. She wanted him taller. Oh, he's older. He's only 1 year younger than you. Like, she has too many stipulations. It's just she's doing too much, girl.
I'm just simping for Kirsten. Don't pay me no mind, Crystal.
Hard simping, hard.
I sent myself right out of the category.
Can do it.
Well, how about you? I bet she saw this bald head. She might think about bald heads a little different.
As our bald head goes to the gym.
Oh, he tried it.
No, but you know what? I think you're right. I think both of them are playing. If I'm honest with you, I think both of them are playing because his friends asked him, said to him, like, "Don't be in the friend zone," and he's like, "No, I'm not in the friend zone. I'm gonna take it slow." Da, 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 da. So he's very much aware that even your groomsmen are even noticing, Negro, you in the friend zone, okay? Yeah, bro, you moving so slow, you in the friend zone. Like, they can see it. That tells you everything to know. And then obviously, I think as well that Kirsten's very clever. I think she cleverly was saying about, oh, he never asked me to kiss him, so that you can almost put the blame on him. Y'all don't think I'm stupid. You want to make it as if like he hasn't kissed you, and that's why you haven't done what you did. But sis, you told us from the jump, if you go to it, if he kisses your cheek, you're letting us know that you don't find him attractive. But I think you don't want to be looking like the bad girl here. And I get it. I understand. But no one's well, anyway, I say no one, but it will be. But personally, like I said, if you just keep it true, keep it regal, keep it honest, I think people can work with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm struggling to find the attraction. All right, cool. It is what it is. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's not a big deal. Like I said, we've said this again before. You know, honesty, best policy, and obviously not everyone's gonna find you attractive. We've said this for previous people on the show when the Brett and old boy when he had a situation, we said he can't fancy her. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I just want her just to stay true 100 and do it with some class. You know what I mean? To be, you know what I mean? She ain't gonna ever find that. She ain't gonna find that spark between her and him. I just don't think she's gonna be able to get it. She ain't gonna ever muster it up. And it's the bald head, but it's not the bald head, because it starts with the bald head and it ends with the fact that there is other things that are not gonna allow him to be attracted to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I definitely think that he is in the friend zone, and basically, like, it must be difficult to be with somebody who, by what he's saying, is someone that he's prayed for. He's really emphasized how pleased he is with the choices that the experts made in selecting her for him. So he's already got it in his mind, man, this is gonna work. So he seems overexcited, right? Compared to, or contrasted with, how she views him. Listen, she gave him the cheek. Now, if she's expecting him to want to kiss her, maybe that, like, because we saw in the last episode, he said he respects the fact that she didn't kiss him. So maybe over time, like, it will be something that happens. I don't think it's going to be that way. But, I agree with you, Coach. Like, she went into the bathroom trying to state, oh yeah, you know, like, he didn't ask me. Listen, she was never going to kiss him on that day. She made that quite clear. She would have done it at the altar if she was feeling it, because everybody had all eyes on them. So she wasn't going to do it. And I agree as well. It starts off with there being a lack of attraction. Then gradually it's going to work to, saying things that are quite personal or hurtful or disrespectful. And so I'm not saying she's bad, but I'm saying that because she's not attracted to him, it's just going to be like, it's going to roll off the tongue. As soon as she gets pissed off at something, then she's going to let him have it. Oh, and that lap dance or whatever he did, he went mad. All right, crazy, mad.
I agree. I was like, what's happening? This is not who you've been projecting you are.
Yo, that lap dance was madness, bro. I've never seen anything like that at a wedding. Let me just clarify.
I must have missed it. I saw the garter part, but I must have missed the dance.
Man, the way he was bogling and butterflying all over on her lap. Oh my goodness, it's terrible.
It was very funny.
He was doing way too much. He was trying too hard. It seemed like he was trying to prove something.
When they walked out, he looked like he was doing some type of Kappa stroll or something too. I was like, this guy.
Listen, maybe he thought he would get a kiss if he gyrated on her a little bit.
That's what I was gonna say, JR. He wanted her to see the attraction. Hey, I can be sexy too. I'm an educator, but I can be sexy too. He was trying to do something.
Any guy that knows anything about a woman knows that that's not the way to do it. And the ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. If that's the way to do it, then maybe I need to reconsider my gyration skills and moves and start winding and grinding like that to give me some kisses.
Are they the ones that drove off in the Barbie car?
No, that was Aries. Aris.
I got a little dance.
A Barbie car.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, he had a chair rocking.
Okay, I think what's even more concerning is what I see next. The garter leaves his hand and enters the brother's head top. That's a little bit scary for me. I don't know if you
The
listen.
younger brother, the little
The
brother.
younger brother, I was Kirsten's brother, not his. Kirsten's brother.
Can you
That's
start
like,
that over? You gonna get a strike for starting that over? Because I just want to see that one more time.
I can go back slightly.
That's the mom.
Yeah, you got some moves though. The mom was like, yeah, but she was like, I'm uncomfortable. But she was like, yeah, go for it. I'm uncomfortable, but go for it.
Listen, that I think that dance made her even more unattracted to him. To be honest.
Yeah.
She's
Now,
like,
what
what
should
the-
have happened is that chair should have tipped right over.
Yeah, it should have just snapped underneath both of their weight.
All that, it was the arm holding for me.
Man said, yo, hey,
The way he held that chair, I'm like, bro, really?
Bro, hey, Sean, it is giving me DC. I can't say what it is, but it's giving me DC. DC, the same thing happened in DC, but I won't say what happened, but it happened in DC. I said, God damn, it's over there right now. But yeah, no, I understand. Yeah, but the thing is,
that happened in DC?
I'm about to say,
I'll tell you later. No,
Please remind me.
It was at the very end. You wouldn't have seen it, Seaway. You wouldn't have seen it. Actually, you might have done Seaway. You might have seen it. You might have seen it. Someone was there. Someone was going crazy like that.
Because I was.
Somebody was doing the exact same thing. Yeah. Someone was going crazy like that. Someone else going crazy like that. But no, but yeah, no. Let me. Oh no, I want to play the garter. So the garter. Look where the garter ends up. Like, concerning. I'm sorry. Nah, I can't play like that. I'm sorry. That's been on your sister's leg or whatever it's been, and you doing there and in his mouth.
Brother looked like I'm trying to figure out who he looked like. Little Uzi, one of them.
You look like the guy that plays in Nick Cannon's one. What's his name? DC.
Talking about the DC Young Fly. You look like DC Young Fly.
Yeah, DC Young Fly without the tattoo.
You know, he's doing a lot with them hips, and that's what really got me. Is too much with the hip area. But I thought his smile is so handsome. He has such a wonderful smile. I was almost thinking, I'm like, his smile makes him so handsome to me. With it's a nice vibe. But them hips.
I agree. I think he's handsome. He was trying to ride the chair. I think he's a very
but Kirsten doesn't see it. That's the problem. Kirsten doesn't see the nice smile. All she sees is the bald head, and that's wrong. She should be looking at other things. Okay, listen, no one's perfect, right? He's gonna have things that are good and things that she might not find attractive, but she's just made such a point of the things that she doesn't like. Man, he's gonna have to overcompensate. He's gonna have to start telling jokes. He's gonna have to start, doing all types of other things to overcompensate for the fact that she doesn't like him.
Yo, Kirsten is one of those people. When she gets something stuck in her head, it stays there. The moment she saw him, she judged him. That was it. True. It's gonna take way too much for him to get over that. Because I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad dude, but to her, the moment she saw him, she saw that light shining off his forehead, it was over. It was over.
I'm not gonna play with y'all in these comments about these childbirthing hips.
Yeah, y'all are wrong for that. I just I forgot what the heck I was gonna say. What were we talking about?
Childbirthing hips.
Definitely not touching that. I just feel like there's no way. There's nothing that he really can do at this point. And I think it's just she's not attracted to him. And, whether he wants to body roll her to death or he wants to, layer her with compliments all day long and tell her what the Lord said to him in a dream, it's still not going to get him anywhere. And that's the unfortunate part, because it seems like he is wanting to try with her, So but the thing that really, on a serious side, like, to be serious for a second, I'm trying. his answers just didn't make sense to me. Like when the friends were talking to him and they said, why did you want to do this? Like, why did you decide to get married? I didn't. And again, he could have been edited out. But he did not say, I want a family, I've tried relationships and, I've had, struggle finding the right one, or I'm more committed in relationships than the women that I've chosen, something like that. But God told me it was time to get married. It's like, that sounds like,
it sounds like a cover up. Yeah, because in my experience,
I've never heard a man say, God told me to get married.
I have, especially in Atlanta.
Usually,
where people.
Sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
Go for it. No, I was going to say that it's not that way said, but normally it's usually said, like, oh, God told me my wife kind of thing, rather than get married. But yeah, go for it. Go for it, anyway.
If you notice, he answers all his questions from a religious standpoint. He always answers his questions from a religious standpoint first. Not to saying that he's not serious about it. I don't know. But it is interesting that that's his first go-to. Which that's one of the things that Kirsten, let me get her name right. Kirsten did say that she kind of like, oh, he's God-fearing. Oh, that she's like, oh, he's educated, God-fearing, and that, that got her. But it is interesting he answers all of his questions from a religious standpoint first.
And I think, unfortunately, a lot of men who are sometimes the most conniving with the most diabolical, kind of agendas, I'm not saying he has one, use religion as a way to manipulate, and they find very religious women and they weaponize it because it's familiar. And I think that happens a lot. I mean, look what happened with the helmet of salvation and Mr. Derek Jackson. I mean, he may not have the same issue that I believe, this guy has, but he most likely used religion as a way to isolate his wife and turn her into a cuckoo bird, honestly, if she wasn't already. So I think, a lot of times you have to be very, very weary of these men talking about what Jesus told them to do. And, I'm a PK, I'm a preacher's kid, but I also think I just live in a land of realism, and no man come up to me talking about what Jesus told him. It was really going to move me. I was probably going to give you a red flag, actually, if you coming up to me talking about what Jesus told you and you're not acting like this is in your life. So, and that's just for the super religious people. I think sometimes you can fall victim to people's use of religion in a manipulative way.
Yeah. Shaq is one of those daily. Shaq is one of those daily words of affirmation guys. He send you that word affirmation text in the morning. He's one of them.
I don't know any guys that send those text messages out.
I know a few. They do it. It's all a ploy. It's all a play.
Okay. Well, I don't want to know. They are tripping out over your year in Atlanta. They have
over my what?
Remember when I said I don't know any guy that says, God told me to marry, and you said, yeah, in Atlanta they have.
Because Atlanta was traumatizing for me. Like, I feel bad I'm sorry, Crystal, in advance, but I feel bad for women in Atlanta. Like, all the stuff like, people don't understand. Like, get out of Atlanta so you know that life don't got to be like that. Like, the men in Atlanta do all of the things that y'all are talking about. They will do all of the things. They're dangerous. Sorry, Trey. Well, you're not in Atlanta, you enjoy it, but yeah, no.
I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from South Carolina.
So everything that I'm telling y'all, all of that experience was in Atlanta. I haven't even experienced this in Chicago. It was all in Atlanta. It's very unfortunate. I wish I was lying.
I understand. I'm learning something new. I'm getting educated today because it just.
You're not gonna see that in New York, Sean.
Oh no! I definitely know that people can be manipulative, and with the spiritual talk, and I've seen it, for sure. So I get you. I hear you. I also can't get the God told me to marry. That's all I hear when he talks. God told me to marry. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever.
I agree that if he said it once or twice, it's one thing, but every answer, like Trey said, that's just way too much.
It's repetitive.
And
let's give the guy some grace. We don't need to, whatever. But he seems like a nice guy, right? Seaway, you said he has nice teeth. He seems genuine. Some of the ladies say, they think he's attractive. And, listen, I just don't think it's going to be him in Kirsten. I know that.
I think he's attractive, but remember y'all told us it ain't about what we think. When we be talking about the women are attractive, it ain't about what we think. It's about what she thinks. So I think he's a nice looking guy. He has a nice smile. He's well put together. Them gyrating them hips would have sent me all the way to the wrong direction, but I do think that he's a nice looking guy. But it don't matter.
No, but in this instance, this is when you can say it because listen, you're going to be the determiner, right? Because women are going to be the ones that look at us as men, right? So this is that's why I default to you guys, and I'm trying to, swing the pendulum back into a nicer zone. Because, this seems like there's some positive things. There's some women that say that, he's attractive. Are there some things under the surface? Perhaps, perhaps there's some things under there. And,
Well, the reality is she could have done a lot worse in finding a partner, right? He's not, he's just not her cup of tea. That's what it is. He's not. But that's why I think, when if you're taking a risk to come on the show, then you can't base the attraction solely on looks because you never know what you're going to get. And if she's that turned off by his appearance, like I said, that's bad. But now his boys have picked up on it. So when these boys are talking about, you're in the friend zone, and they were serious too. They're not playing around. Like they would have seen their interaction at the altar and probably been, slyly watching them as a couple sitting together, and they're kind of getting the vibes that, and they're trying to give him the heads up, I think. So I don't think they're hating or anything like that. I think they're just trying to say, look, Shaq, don't know how you're going to do it, but she's not feeling you like that yet. And I think he's prepared to give her time though, because like I said, for his standpoint, she's exactly what he's looking for. So I think he's going to try to at least get to the bottom of what's not attractive and see what he can do about it. He doesn't seem like he's going to just shut down and not try to make it work. Because he's been waiting for this his whole life, apparently, So...
Let me ask a question, because we're the ones with these opinions and suggestions. So far, she has not said that she was unattracted to him. We have only seen this from our own eyes and observation. The only thing she has said is, he had a bald head. And that's just a turn off from the get-go. What else has she said to back up her not liking him? Because she hadn't really said anything.
I thought she did say, go ahead. I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I thought she did say that's why she didn't kiss him was the initial, when she saw his bald head, she wasn't attracted to them. So that's why she turned her cheek. That was the initial.
That was it. I guess that's the point I'm getting at. That was it. It was
that's big enough.
You want her to get a banner in the sky with an airplane?
That's big enough. This the wedding day.
Yeah.
You see, like when
his bald head strike 1, then I asked for a low beard strike 2.
Yeah, she said that.
And then
he's younger than her, I think.
while they got married. And then she sat up and pretended like she didn't know what clinging on the glass meant.
Yeah, and then after
And
on the
about,
after show,
"You
after the
should've met
first
me, I
episode,
might
she
have
said
given him a kiss."
exactly.
I was
She
just
said
trying to give her some
after
of
the
that.
first episode on the after party, she said if it's not good in the bedroom, then it's a wrap. So she's
Yeah.
already given him like 3 strikes and he's out.
On the
She ain't
preview,
even
when
letting
they
the man
sitting
get
with
to
Pastor Cal, probably after they got their basket of sex goodies, you know, like how they like to give them, she said there's no chemistry.
I was just trying to be fair and give her a little bit of beer because I don't like her, even though she's fine. I don't like her.
Well, I mean, there's not liking her, and then her just not. I don't think it makes her wrong for not being
No,
attracted to him. I think that's fine. Like
no, it
I
wasn't.
literally don't have a problem with it. And I think anytime we look at the couples, like it's okay. Like it's okay. Like just like we don't think Clint is attracted to Gina. But what we have a problem with is when you're rude and when you're nasty. You
That's
know,
my
we
point.
haven't seen it yet, but she's standoffish at this point. But you
That's my
know, you
point.
get a little leeway to be that way when you're just meeting somebody getting married and you're not really attracted. Now, how she continues to act will set the stage for who Kirsten really is, right? You know, that's what I think.
My concern is, and this will also activate a type of a self-esteem issue within what's his name, Shaq, because he's got a lot going for him. He's not. I mean, I didn't even notice the scar until he said something, and I remembered the backstory. And I mean, he's got a lot, like career-wise. I think he's a handsome guy, and I think that he really wants this. No matter if we think he's suspicious, no matter what we think or not, I think he really wants this. But when you start to break somebody down, then he's gonna constantly be concerned. How is he gonna live up or measure up? So probably if they do get to the bedroom, he's probably not gonna want to know if he's performing right or not, because she's constantly judging him. That's what I think. And I feel like what happened with Miles. When you're already judging him, then he's constantly not going to know if he's how he's performing, and then that's when that self-esteem and the mental issues come in. So that's what I think.
That's actually true. And what happens is, like, if, like I said, it means more because the person that he actually likes and is invested in doesn't find him attractive. So that's when it's definitely going to hit him harder. So and I think the length of time that they are together will also determine how fast that happens. So if she isn't feeling him, then I hope she uses a tactful way of letting him know, rather than running him down, making him question himself, you know, because once she starts doing that, then it's going to be very hard to row back from there.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, okay. Let's move it on. Last one. We're gonna go on to the last one, which is Aris and Jasmine. So Aris and Jasmine, want to get your thoughts. I'll play a little clip, and then you guys make up your minds. You're now looking for a clip and looking, and I can't even find them. Oh, how? There we go.
Friends would like you to know that she is a loving soul that leads with her heart. She'll be your cheerleader in good times.
Alrighty. Can we talk about the fact that the family actually said that he's not a very good communicator? The family actually called him out that he's actually not a good communicator and that you're going to have to take your time with him. At that point, I was done with him. I'm going to be honest with you. At that point, I was done with him. Yeah, because you're 40. And listen, I'm not saying that we don't have problems. I'm not saying that, but communication, it sounded like basically if you want him to talk, you're going to have to really coax him out of that. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. We 40 and we're gonna have to coax you to talk. Like, sir, please, I'm gonna need you to heal. Okay. Bench, sit down, heal, come back to the state of play. I'm not about that life. I'm sorry. Okay. I need you to get to a point where you can actually start communicating and talking, because you're now on a show where you're trying to get married. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, you should have followed your cousin's advice and stayed out the game. You know what I mean? And just kept on doing what you were doing and stay there. But yeah, we can't have you at this state of play and you haven't really worked on that part of yourself as well. You know what I mean? Go for jail.
Well, yeah, like I think that maybe he doesn't talk to his family. He doesn't open up to them that much. But their communication when they were together, you know, he was quite open, quite, especially when she talked about her dogs and things like that. Like, they had conversations, but I think time will tell. I think the cousin is going to be the one to really go in on the wife, right? She's really going to go in on her wife, because Jasmine seems like she's got the target on her right now. She when the cousin was saying that she answers with political answers, like she's a cheerleader, she's trying to use that against her. Like, she's well rehearsed, her answers are all kind of, you know, cookie cutter, cardboard cutout, copy and paste. So I think the cousin is really going to try and get really deep into Jasmine and potentially cause some problems there, because she already tried to talk Eris out of the marriage, and now that they've actually got done that part, he didn't listen to her. He went with his gut feeling. I think the cousin is really gonna try and provoke the situation a bit more.
I was waiting for somebody else to come in. Did y'all get the impression that the cousin was a little bit like Tree's brother? That maybe she was trying to almost say, bro, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. You're not a good communicator. You still live at home with your mama. My aunt still does your laundry, and this you're not ready for this. And also because she was like, listen, we can leave right now. Like, she's like, I got the car ready, let's go. So I hear what you're saying, Trey, but I feel like she was trying to rescue the girl too. She was like saying, you're not ready for this. This is not a good idea. Let's go. Rethink this. But I also think that she was like, this is a bad idea. Don't do this. So I think it was twofold. I think that, you're really not thinking this totally through. There were so many things that I just, Eris, and I'm the one on here that I was always like, don't call nobody Dusty, the D word, don't do it. But I was like, what does he do for a living? And even when she was going over the things that she does, she runs the dance school and she's a dog breeder. We'll talk about these dogs in a second. But I was like, did they just cut when he talked about what he did for a living? Because I don't remember them. I don't remember it. What does he do, Seaway?
I don't know. What does he do? I didn't even think about that.
What he does. I don't remember it. Did they say in the backstory?
Yes, they did. He has a job, but they never covered his part of the conversation. She dominated that whole conversation while it was talking. He barely said a word.
Oh, he's a software engineer. Maybe in the backstory. Okay, he's a software engineer. Okay. I don't know. There's just so many things with Eris, and it's Eris, not Aries. Stop calling this man my zodiac sign. But this girl, so she has a breed. She's a dog breeder. I hope it's not at the house, because that would be that's something different. And then you got 4 dogs, and one of the dogs is about to go right now. Like he's so he can't even think about anything else. He's like, there's so many dogs. There's so many dogs. He's so preoccupied by these dogs. But I was like, but what do you do? So I just wonder how she's going to take it that he still lives at home with mom. And but at least he did say, at least I know that I have only child syndrome. I don't know how far that's going to get you nowhere. I just think that something's about to happen. This is going to be all bad. I think we're 0 for 5 with these couples. I just don't. Yeah, this is going to be all bad. But she knows that this is a lot. She's like, all these dogs. Yeah.
Thank you much, Crystal. Yep. Who wants to go next, guys?
I mean, to Crystal's point about the cousin, does the cousin have a point? Probably. Does she know something that we are soon to find out? Sure. But she's still giving cousin, sister wife, girlfriend. Her energy is odd, you know, and that's all I'll say. I'm still not convinced that they're blood cousins because her energy about this man is weird.
It was a lot.
A lot, and I think we all can see it, and it's just giving it's not, it's a weird energy, and that's all I say. But I do believe, like what's his name, Tree brother, you know, she also probably knows that he should not be married to a soul. But to Aries, not Aries, to Aries, I mean, this man is 40, he doesn't have any kids, which, sad to say, is very odd in nowadays that he made it to 40 with no kids, never married. So he already has quite an interesting background, to say the least. And he doesn't know how to communicate. He really shouldn't be on this show. But when I saw him up at the altar, it made me very sad. He looked very unenthused. He looked very unimpressed. He wouldn't make eye contact with her. He looked very disappointed. When he gave her an 8, when they asked her what she was to him, I was actually surprised, pleasantly surprised that he gave her an 8, because I thought he was going to give her a 4 or something. Like, he looked very unhappy. Maybe he just has that type of resting face, like this unpleasant face. I don't know. That could be it, but he just looked like he didn't want to be there. I was just ready for him just to walk out. He just looked very unhappy. Do I think it's a problem with her, with this dog breeding situation, all these dogs and their lifestyle? Yeah. And that man ready to call them people on her. I screamed when he said he was going to call the police or whoever on her, the dog police, dog protective services on her. I was like, you are a fool. I was crying. I was like, this man got a sense of humor because he already ready to call them things on her. That was funny. But yeah, he just doesn't seem like he's very moved by her. And I'm starting to think he ain't moved by anything. Maybe he's sad. Maybe he got, maybe he depressed.
I think that's partially his face, though. I think that that's.
No, I think he depressed. You know, if you know, like sometimes when people are depressed, they have a that affect, that blank affect, like nothing moves them.
No expression. Yeah.
He has a plastic attitude about everything, though.
Yeah,
like, he's just,
I don't really think it's just her. I think he
just everything.
He seems kind of like dry, just very mellow, unmoved.
Do you think that could be? Do you think that could be anything to do with him being a single child, like an only child?
Yeah, I didn't want to trigger Sean, but I was gonna get to that next. I think the only child thing is darn near the dagger to it all, because only children. It's hard.
Not only that, he lost his father at a very young age. You could tell it has affected him immensely.
And then he has these women trying to take over, this cousin, sister, girlfriend trying to take over, you know, and fill in the gaps.
And probably not for the first time either.
Absolutely.
It's probably a regular occurrence.
She has interloped in several of his relationships. And I think just the fact his affect while she's talking to him and she's like, let's go. Like, this is not a good idea. And he was just like, you make me regret my marriage before it even happens.
She's too intrusive. She's way too intrusive on everything that he does. But he already said that was going to happen beforehand. He knew it was coming. So
J-Dubs,
she's
we're gonna
done
block
this.
him. Why? So tell J-Dubs we're gonna have to block him.
He's so funny tonight.
He's been like this all week. I think he needs to go in timeout for 300 seconds.
Wait, is she really missing a side tooth? I ain't noticed that. She missing a side tooth?
They were clowning her teeth.
She snackatooed in the bottom right here, right?
Yeah, she just they just going in a couple different directions, you know. So.
Oh, snackatooed. Lord have mercy.
I think in real life you can probably get away with you know your teeth not being great, but I think when you go on TV, you see what happened to what's his face when they were narrowing in on his bottom row. I think the cameras are just kind of unforgiving to the teeth situation.
Nah, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's because she's a beauty pageant queen. So it's like, wait a minute. Just, you know, it's like, okay, she's pretty, but she has imperfections like everyone else. But now that she's on the TV screen, it's zooming in on everything, and people going to notice that and criticize it. So that's what it is.
She'll probably see it now and fix it because it's hard being on screen and having people dissect your every look. They do it to us. they do it up here on YouTube. So I can't imagine what she's getting on you know,
on Reddit or some of the police.
Reddit, look, they do a whole think piece about you done lost weight, you done your titties sagging, your shoulders look ashy. Look, people have whole think pieces.
There's a meme where somebody said you're not black unless you got a back tooth missing or something.
You know what?
I was gonna say, I think it's gonna be.
Got this
I think one of the situations that he has to be concerned about is the fact that if he is used to living by himself or being by himself a lot, like Coach said, she's got like 14 dogs in the house plus her, so it's going to be a huge challenge for him to have to share that space with so much going on every day, so much noise, so much lack of space, smell, always cleaning up after someone or feeding the dogs. Man, it's gonna be crazy.
Why y'all keep saying 4? You mean 4 dogs and one of them's having babies, right?
No, she got 9 puppies.
She
breeds 9 puppies and 4 dogs and 9 puppies.
Calm down. Okay, she breeds labradoodles.
So
she breeds them. I don't know if they're at the house. She may have a kennel that she's breeding them at, but
the kennel is the house. The kennel is the house.
Well, no, she would have it in the backyard or in the garage. That's actually called a what do you call it? That's not
a breeder.
A breed? No.
She may have a professional kennel. I don't know.
She has to have at that point because
if she's breeding, she has to by law. If she's breeding, she gotta have some place to breed these animals.
Okay, but even if they're outside, they're still gonna require feeding, make noise. Some of them will come in the house from time to time. If he steps outside with her, hopefully the dogs may want to come with them, or she may want to take them for walks. She might take all of them for walks at the same time.
It might be offside. I'm hoping
crazy. Or the dogs getting in the car to drive somewhere.
Now, Crystal, that's a stretch.
Mad.
Them dogs is in her house. Okay.
Well, she's gonna have to have some help because she can't bring 9 dogs in a kennel to the shared apartment.
Well, no, the dogs will stay wherever they stay. Or maybe she'll do her dog like Maya and ship it off. 2 of them dogs like Maya.
She must have help because that won't make any sense.
Any more thoughts?
I actually still think they're going to make it for some odd reason and it shouldn't. But for some odd reason, I think they're going to make it.
I think that
where do you see that?
I don't know. You know what caught my attention first? They were the only couple to actually hold hands at the altar. They weren't standoffish with each other. It was just that little moment. I was like, well, this is weird. No other couple did that. They were the only couple that actually acted like they were getting married. But then he didn't pay attention to her. He wasn't listening to her when she was talking. He was just looking straight forward, looking at other things. So who knows? Hey, I may be wrong. Hey.
They may say yes, it's a decision day, but they're not gonna make it. That's my opinion. They ain't gonna make it.
I mean, I think we're gonna have to see how deep is his issues, because I don't really feel like his affect was really related to her. I think it's about his own personal issues. So if his communication issues and whatever else that he has going on is fixable, I think it's quite possible that they can make it. But if he has deep-seated issues that really can't be fixed in a short period of time, then I think they won't. I think it's going to depend on him. I think she, I can already tell, is going to be willing to be flexible and work around this situation. I think it's going to boil down to his capacity to do this, because he clearly wants to be here, but it's starting to look like there's a capacity issue with it, just the way he acts. So that's my thing. We'll know what he's capable of.
I hear you on that. I don't know if he's got the capacity. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's got the capacity to do this relationship stuff. I don't see it. But he may prove me wrong, like Woody did. So listen, I just don't see it right now. And again, as well, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll be pissed if I find out you have 14 dogs. I guess it's 4, but 4 is enough kids as it is. Like, I'm actually taking on 4 kids. Like, y'all treat your dogs like your kids, right? Y'all see these dogs as one of the family, right? So those are 4 kids that she's got, aside what she's breeding. So that's a lot to take on. You know what I mean? I'd be turned off too if I was him. Not saying I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm just saying that at the same time, you know, that side of things as well, it's quite a lot to take into account. You know, so that's an issue in itself. You know, so
yeah, that's a lot to deal with. In addition, that's not her primary job, right? So she's doing other things. So,
like they said, she's gonna be cheating in the streets.
Who's gonna be cheating?
They said Jasmine gonna be cheating in the streets.
Why is she gonna be cheating? She ain't got time to cheat with all her jobs and dogs.
Oh, please, that's never stopped nobody.
Why is she cheating? What I miss?
Yeah, I said I'm confused about.
That's what they said. Oh no, someone said
Who's they?
Cheating in the streets. I saw a comment that said that she would cheat in the streets.
Who's they? What's he? Y'all know?
No, not that literally. They're joking. They're joking around. They're not literally being serious. They're just joking around, I believe. Yeah. I mean, I think he'll be cheating too, to be honest. So he's gonna be cheating with whoever's gonna be at the house when he's there. So she ain't gonna be there.
I think Eris is gonna end up in the doghouse with the other dogs. To be honest.
Literally.
Really, bro? Really? The doghouse? Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, because remember, that's right. Their schedule. Somebody said it. That's right. I forgot they had the whole schedule comment.
What's that?
Because he said she works from 8 to 4, and then she said her hours are I don't know what her hours are, but she said they're gonna have an issue seeing each other.
What is he?
And he just looked at her, huh?
What does she do?
She's a professional cheerleading coach besides the pageantry. So I'm trying to, what's the schedule?
She said she got 3 other things. But at what time of the evening does she coach?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
She coaches after school hours and she breathes during the daytime. Then
them dogs breathe by themselves. What are you talking about?
But she said that the schedules are not going to line up.
But I mean, she has. Well, she also said she got like 4 different jobs, so she working something.
What else does she do?
What time would he have to work? That's typically that's basically a 9 to 5 that he has, right? So, what hours does she want him to have?
I don't know.
But all them dogs, that's a puppy mill. That's you just churning out dogs like that. I think that's got
not a puppy mill, Crystal.
They said people supposed to stop breeding them labradoodles, them golden doodles anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said they have bad temperaments and they really shouldn't be bred, is what people be saying. All them little doodles. They cute.
J-Dub is nuts. Thank you, Lydia. Yeah, she said they have scheduling conflicts, and he just looked at her like,
that's that blank affect. I think he depressed.
Yeah, he was like, and what else?
He don't be having normal responses. Oh wait, we cannot leave this live without commenting. I was about to really kick myself for that ignorant behind statement he made, telling her to get on her knee, that he wanted to see her on her knees. I was so offended.
What's so ignorant about that?
Why?
Wait,
are y'all kidding me?
Does he?
I don't get it. Why would you be vexed about that?
Because why would you say that about your wife?
Why would I not say that about my wife? I'm
confused. Yeah, I think this is about to be blown out of proportion here. I think this is about to be blown out of proportion.
Let it be blown because the question was asked. The question was asked.
The men asked the question.
The men asked
and
the
it
question.
Was like, you think something going to go down tonight?
And she said like, she wants to do whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah,
you
he
want.
said, if she walks in the door,
and what if she says? And what if she says?
Yeah, get on your knees.
You know what? If y'all don't see how that's disrespectful and distasteful thing to say about your wife,
you asked the question.
We's married. What is it? What are you talking about?
All I'll say is this: if that is what my husband, that's the first thing my husband wants on my wedding night is for me to get on my knees on our wedding. That is really just distasteful.
You're a gas. Oh my god!
If your first thing was for me to get on my knees, I'll be happy to do what I need to do, baby. I don't really give a hooks. If your thing was let me get on my knees or Coach, I need you to go down, I'm gonna be like, all right, it's my wife.
That's the first thing you want to do.
I don't care if it's the first thing that's what you want.
You boo, but I'm not gonna be like get on your knees.
He didn't tell her. Now, if he said it to her,
then
that's different.
That's a problem.
That's even
he was talking to the boys.
I actually think it's
just making a joke.
And let's be fair, he got on his knees too when he went to get the garter from under her dress.
Exactly.
National TV.
He looked like he knew what he was doing too.
Hold on. Yeah, go for it,
I missed y'all. Like his voice.
It's not that that's what they wanted to do behind closed doors. And honestly, behind closed doors, if you told her to get on her knees behind closed doors, do whatever you want to do. But the fact that you're talking about your wife in that way and saying that is the first thing that you want her to do on your wedding night, to me, that is looking at her as an object, as like it doesn't feel like this is my wife to me. I'm not trying to be a prude and say there's something wrong with the act. I'm just saying like that's the way you talk about your little side thing, your little side piece. That's not the way you talk about your wife.
No, we don't talk about the side piece like that.
They can't handle the truth. We said this. Women can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. They can't handle it.
That's the way y'all talk. Keep that, but not on national TV. Y'all talk about that in the men's lounge, not on national TV. That was very, very disturbing.
I think it's worse that he said it to his boys. I don't think he should have said that like that to his boys. I don't like. Listen, Kojo, like Kojo said, if that's what y'all do, if that's what we're gonna do tonight, that's what we're gonna do. But he should not have been talking like that to his boys. That's what I think. Yeah.
So let's understand this. The real problem is that he said it on national television.
To his boys, like that, yeah, to his
on
boys.
national television.
I think it's layered, Trey. Just to answer your question.
No, it is. It is very.
I think the national television makes it the worst. Yeah. But I also, even in a room that I'm not in, I would personally be disappointed if my husband's guys were like, "Hey, what's the first thing you're looking forward to doing with your wife?" And his response is for her to get on her knees. That to me would be a very disappointing answer for me, because that to me is not a sign of you valuing me, you looking forward to loving me, pleasing me, being happy. That sounds like you want me to just like, I'm your servant. I get on your, that was
it doesn't sound like mutual satisfaction.
It sounds like you still think that I'm like you're the girl who just comes over at night to Netflix and do whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, Trey, go ahead.
I got it. Let's ball it down. Kojo, JR, Sean. Your wife is on national TV. She talks to her homegirls. She gonna say, "Hey, the girl, hey, what y'all about to do tonight?" Well, he about to beat the munch Mac that you just munch me out.
Get me
Y'all
up
getting
in
upset?
there, baby. I'm
Also
gonna be up in there, baby. I'm gonna be up in there. I'm gonna be the first one up there. I don't give a hoots personally. If you told me that's what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be up in the munchins. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I agree with you though. The fact that he said it to his
on
boys
TV, I get it.
We're not saying you're wrong, because I do understand where you're coming from. Because even when he said it, I went, ooh, yeah, that might not go over well. It might not go over well.
So
Even
if he said,
I went, ugh.
so if he said, just hold hands and look in each other's eyes lovingly.
Some bullshit answer.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm not
That's a
asking
lie.
for I'm just asking for respect.
See, he can't win. He can't win.
If I
don't know,
say I want to blow
you're
your
being
back out.
obtuse.
No,
I don't know,
wait.
It
Okay.
sounds like you're asking for lies. This is what it sounds
TV,
like.
which I
Lie to
can work
me.
with.
Lie to
I
me.
can understand the TV part. TV part I can understand, right? TV part. But if I say I wanted to blow your back out, is that also being disrespectful?
That's a little better.
Why is that a little bit better?
I don't know why, but it's better. It's just
better.
And that again, so it's how you feel about it.
No,
It's not us necessarily being bad about it.
Get on your knees and more submissive. It's not. It's
blow your back
get on
out
your knees.
is mutual. Yeah, that's mutual pleasure. Talking about I want her to get on her knees. That sounds like slavery and servitude, which I guess in many ways it is. But
If McKinley had said that to Dominique, then that would have been something different.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, JR. Exactly.
What about McKinley and Dominique?
I said if McKinley had said that to Dominique, then that would have been something different.
Then y'all would be talking about that she was his little black slave. People would not like that. People would not like that.
I wouldn't give a hoots.
Very disrespectful.
I wouldn't have given a hoots, to be honest. I say it again. Would not give a hoots again. Because again, but it's on TV, so I'm taking that. I can respect that. Because on TV, that's probably not the best thing to say on TV. But if you're with your boys, I am so sorry. Guess what? We talking like that. No, maybe not so wildly, maybe not too much like that. But what's the way? You know what I mean? You say some stuff.
And I think for me, I guess I saw it as it was posed as a hypothetical question. It wasn't like, it wasn't like he proactively said, when we get back to the room, I'm gonna, tell her to get on her knees. It was a hypothetical scenario. Joke. They were like, first he wasn't answering, then they were like, well, what if she says whatever you want, come with it? So he named the first thing. I mean, might I say something like that? Maybe I wouldn't, but especially on TV. But I would think it, and I really don't think what the big deal about it is. I don't think it's such a big deal to have a woman on her knees. I mean, listen. And again, I think reciprocity is important too. I'm not saying that's all she should, and she's going to be barefoot and pregnant and da-da-da-da-da. No, it's a pleasurable act, but y'all think it's insulting. I take it in.
I'm trying to understand where the disrespect is for get on your knee. I'm trying to understand that. I honestly don't get it. Because if you telling me this pleases you, and I'm telling you this what pleases me, how is it disrespectful? Forget TV. If it pleases you, if you say to me, Coach, I want you to munch, I'm gonna be like, that's disrespectful. You're acting like a Jamaican man. That's disrespectful to them. Bro, what do you mean disrespectful? The girl said that's what she liked. You like that? Cool. I'm gonna do what pleases you. You understand? I don't understand when get on the knees is an issue.
I think for me, maybe everyone's baseline is different, but even in serious relationships, I didn't talk to my friends about my sexual exploits. I just always found that to be inappropriate. Now I'm also a little bit more conservative in that way. I know some people aren't. Fair. But even around, I've been around a whole bunch of married people and they're all engaged in that conversation. I will be transparent. I do think I'm a little bit more conservative and more uncomfortable in those conversations. But in general, I feel like once you get married or you're married, you can be honest and, we're an adult. We can talk about adult things, but I just feel like there's a respectful way to talk about your husband or your wife. Because for me, I'm not going to be going to my homegirls talk about, the first thing, he's a munch. Can I talk about it? Sure, but I just don't think that's a respectful way to talk about your spouse, in my opinion. Now, maybe other people don't feel that way, but that's my baseline. And then I understand he was asked. I will say he was asked and he answered a question. But I feel like his mindset is still in, this is my girl, we're dating, versus this is my wife. Like when I hear men talk about their wife, there's something about when a man says, this is my wife. It doesn't seem to go along with, and then she got on her knees. I just don't see that going together, because this is not just no girl who's just pleasing him. That's his wife.
Shambooty wouldn't be upset.
Okay.
Shambooty's also believes in polygamy, which you don't believe in. So I don't know why
she's actually monogamous now. She's monogamous now, guys.
Polygamous, so don't even start.
But when
she left that alone.
Shambooty about her swinging, you don't want to quote it in, so don't quote it now.
Oh no, I never tell you don't quote Shambooty.
Yes, you do.
A couple of things. They just met. So I don't like that and I think Seaway said at the beginning of the night that this is the part of the production where each couple asked, well, what are you guys going to do tonight? Are y'all going to have sex tonight? So I didn't like that. So, and I think that was a part, like his friends kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And so he said, get on your knees. I don't like, one, you just met this girl. You shouldn't talk about her like that. That was my thing. If they had been, dating traditional way or whatever, 3 years or 2 years, whatever, and then and these are your boys that they know her and the whole thing is just much more of a comfort level, I probably wouldn't have had as much of an issue with it. And the fact that it was on TV, I was like, you just met her. Don't do that. That's what I was thinking. But as far as comfort level, my thing was, I was like, production has just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. Listen, they just met. That this is a segment of the show that they've asked every couple, and this is the answer you got out of him. So that's where I was coming from it. That's what I was getting out of it. And also, you just met this girl. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. But also because you're on TV, she's going to see this, and it's not going to go over well. Like, that's not cool. That's kind of where I was with it. I wasn't like, astonished. I wasn't like, because I just don't feel like that's him. That's it.
Let's be real. Nothing probably happened anyway.
Absolutely. You're absolutely
Nothing. So it's all hypotheticals. Like, we ain't seen the chemistry with any of the couples really to say that any of them are going to jump into bed with each other or be humping all night or anything on the first night. So I don't think anything happened.
Shaq slept on the couch. So Shaq slept in the bathroom on the floor. So
have we even seen that in Mad at First Sight history? Almost no couple ever gets it in on the first night. I don't think.
Only Paige and Chris.
Haley and Jacob.
No, they waited till the honeymoon.
That was honeymoon. That was honeymoon. I'm talking the first night.
Why do I think it was the first night? Okay.
No, the honeymoon. I don't remember any couple ever hooking up on the first night.
Except for Paige and Chris. But he was going, that was.
Oh, yeah, that is right. That's one. That's one.
And then she thought she was pregnant, which was crazy.
These women and their eyebrows, like, I was like, what's her name? The esthetician? Wow. Impressive.
Celery, can we stop for a second? Like, the guys were just really legitimately not tussling with you over this. Like, this isn't like, oh my God, you're wrong. It's we don't understand. We don't see what the big deal is. Nobody's telling Seaway she's wrong, telling Crystal she's wrong, or telling any woman in the chat that they're wrong for feeling how they're feeling. We just don't understand it. So we're asking questions. We're telling you how we feel about it. And that's it. But correct me if I'm wrong. Has anybody told you were wrong, Seaway?
No, y'all were asking.
Yeah, I didn't see what the big deal is, but I'm not going to like fight. It's not a fight. I understand. That's how you guys feel about it. And, something to reconsider.
No man's ever told me to get on my knees.
Oh, this queen won't quit. Stop with the all caps.
So what Crystal said, no man's ever told you that.
I will say Kojo was Kojo was legitimately asking a question. JR was trolling. Trey, I'm not sure. I think Sean was somehow confused as to my point, but you know, he was asking a question. So I don't know where that leaves us, ladies.
Oh, I understood you. I understood.
I'm just saying,
Kojo's asking
girls be really be doing the things.
Sean, I'm undetermined, undecided about what he was doing. So there we go.
Oh, I understood you, C-Way. I just didn't think it was just gonna come up like this. I was like, it was just a joke. But I get you.
I mean, they were pushing to, like Crystal said, the production kept on bothering each and every couple about it, just like how they do on Love is Blind. They asked them, who else did you find attractive, all so they can make it a big deal in the end. It's like, y'all know what y'all are doing. You guys are asking them inflammatory questions, wanting an inflammatory response. So, I mean, he just kind of he went to it. So
maybe he just wanted to pray with her. I don't know.
Get the heck out of here. Yeah, I really wouldn't care. I wouldn't care as long as you were complimentary. Now, if you was like it was trash, then I'd be insulted and would not want you to be.
Then you just be a munch. You just be a munch husband, giving trash, whatever the crap. That's all you would be good for.
I can't do that. Sorry, I can't do that.
That's not in my DNA. So I would hope that wouldn't be the case. But you know, if it was, then yes, please don't broadcast.
She said her knees are made for prayers.
And see, now I'm thinking a little more about this. What if one of the what do you call it, groomsmen said, y'all not even gonna do oral? And he said, what am I gonna say? Get on your knees? Like, I wonder if that was like snipped.
Crystal, that's your director production hat going on. That is not what happened.
That nigga said it.
Stop it. Stop it. Crystal, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for seeing the good in it.
But nah, I gotta be honest.
That was a good save, though. I actually could think that, but no, because his response lined up with the question.
He definitely said
I tried, Trey. I tried, but
I support Crystal. We voting for Crystal. That's what we doing.
That was the Tyler Perry plot twist you just tried to do, Crystal. Get out of here.
Hey, guess what? We was gonna watch it. We was gonna watch it. We was gonna watch it too.
Don't worry.
Y'all are giving me comments.
Should he have said the answer about the Beyonce situation? Should he have said she was a 10? The boys said that Beyonce's a 10.
He was being honest.
I don't understand that.
I will agree with you on this. I did think that he was gonna say like a 5 or 6.
I thought he was gonna say 5 or 6. I promise you, I thought he was gonna say 5 or 6.
I thought 8 was a good answer.
I thought 8 was a good answer.
I ain't gonna hold you. The 8 was
strong.
Was elite.
I was like, good answer. I thought it was a good answer.
Which is why I think they're gonna make it. I have a sneaky feeling. Just a sneaky feeling. I don't know.
He said if 10 is Beyonce, she's an 8. I was like, that's a good answer. Then his boys kept harping on him, and he said, no, you need to say your wife is a 10. I actually appreciate them like saying, no, you need to say your wife is a 10. You need to always say your wife is a 10. I get it, but
no, Crystal.
10 is an 8. If 10 is Beyonce, then she's an 8. I was like,
that's why Kevin Samuels got as much clout as he did, because too many men are saying that you need to tell your wife she's a 10. And then these people got on his show trying to ask for ratings, and they want to be mad that Kevin Samuels said they weren't a 10. This is the problem.
Now, it's not too many men that's saying you should tell. It's too many women running around thinking they're a 10.
The men be telling the women that they're a 10 too. That's where they get this from.
What man I know they be telling random women they're a 10.
Well, hold on. Let's break it down.
They're trying to sleep with a woman.
You don't tell her she a 10 though.
No. The smart husband would try to sidetrack the question in the first place because you know it's a trap. No, you don't answer. No, sidestep it. Say what you have to say. Oh, baby, you know you find it to Beyonce. Stop it. You know it's a lie, but you know you ain't trying to tussle with your wife either.
Listen, we already saw it go down badly on Love Is Blind, right? With who was it? Zainab, was it? You know, you can't fall into that trap, because what happens is you give an answer and then it preys on any insecurities that she may have, or any or low self-esteem that she may have. So that's why you can't answer it You can't BS, but you can't. There's no right answer. You have to just basically say, look, I find you attractive. That's it.
Unless you
don't go into the minutiae and comparisons and all that, because it will never stop.
I think she was all oohing and gooing over him too. I think that she's like, oh, well, I wish he was a little taller. Other than that, he's so handsome. I think my man is fine. It's like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. She was very nice, very accommodating. You know, she was even. You know, she's like, listen, I realized he was just a little shorter than me, but I was in heels. I gotta give. She gets a 10 for attitude, 10 for attitude, personality. She just need to lose some of those dogs.
She was very complimentary.
She gave,
and she didn't give him the side. She didn't give him the cheek. So she was very complimentary.
She has a really nice personality. I mean,
her personality is A1.
Yes,
she knows how to give good interviews. She's a pageant queen. She knows how to give a good interview.
And that's what his cousin was saying. That's exactly what his cousin was saying. His cousin was saying, this is too fake, too superficial. The answers are all beauty pageant. She's used to doing this before. But like I said, that's going to make the cousin determined to want to get underneath her skin.
The cousin drinks haterade for all day. She's like, come on.
True. Very true.
Up with the cousin, like she was so determined. Besides T-Way not thinking that they're real cousins, blood cousins. I'm just like,
I think they're cousins in the sense that they grew up together. I don't think they're blood cousins. I think they grew up together because the mum's friend is the cousin's mum. So they grew up like cousins because they around each other so much, probably.
Correction. He specifically said his father and her mother are brothers and sisters. He specifically said that.
Okay.
So they're blood cousins. And they grew up together close all the time. So that's why she just like in his life, just there.
Well, she's doing too
so
much.
She's been there.
She's like way overbearing then.
Kissing cousins, or they're like cousins that are like siblings that party together. So she don't want to lose her, her hangout partner.
She knows where the bodies are buried. Literally, she knows. She knows where all the bodies are.
Well, sure. They
I don't know, like just this whole, I mean, people do this, and I don't know if this is production plans, but I don't remember having a conversation where in real life where somebody is like, oh, what am I, a 9 or a 10? Or, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I see it on social media and, YouTube and stuff, but out in real life, day-to-day interactions, we don't do the 8s, 9s, and 10s and the 6s and the 7s.
Would you rate your wife?
Right, but like, what I think some people do is,
you wouldn't be my wife if I didn't think you were banging
a baddie.
Yeah, like what I think some people do is they look at other people and they say, okay, I'm a 10 compared to that person, or I'm a 8 compared to that person. So they're constantly critiquing other people, and they kind of create a sense of self which is higher than everyone that they see, right?
Why we gotta go? I think sometimes we could do playful things. Like I could be like, "Oh, well, Boris Kojo is my long lost brother, right? Ha 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 ha, babe." Yeah, but other than that, like, why are you gonna compare yourself to Beyonce? It's just unrealistic. It's just not. It doesn't make sense unless you're in the industry, But it's just different. You're never. Maybe you get a glimpse of what she really looks like every now and then, but we're seeing an image. We're seeing somebody who gets paid to look a particular way. Right. So why would you rate yourself a regular person? I'm a regular person. I'm not measuring the bar isn't a celebrity. The bar isn't somebody who gets paid and propped up to look their best.
I agree with
I get that people do it, but to me, at a certain point, it's like, don't set yourself up for disappointment.
You're never going to be that person. So I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
I agree.
You gotta be comfortable and happy in your own skin.
Trust me. That's what I'm trying to say. Trust me. So why should we tell the ladies we should call them why should we tell our wives that they're a 10? Just want to the people that were saying we should say a 10, but y'all were telling us you can say we're medium ugly. We shouldn't have no problem with it. Just want to put it out there. Just, again, another double standard once again being brought up again once more. When we said we don't want to hear that, y'all now telling us we should lie to you and tell you we're a 10 when we're not a 10. So you want me to lie to you now?
They want the lies. They want the lies. They want the lies.
In the comments, because you must be, because
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you, C-Way. I'm not saying you, C-Way.
I don't believe in lying, but maybe they'll answer.
I feel like he was saying it to boost her ego. Like, you always tell your wife she's a 10. I don't think that he should have compared her to Beyonce. Like, that's stupid. But I do think they're saying, like, no, you tell your wife she's a 10 no matter what. Like, you be that guy that don't ever say, oh, well, baby, you're an 8. Don't do that. Like that. Listen, don't do that. That's what I got from it. But you shouldn't be, you also shouldn't be saying you're a 10 compared to Beyonce either. So that's, you always just make sure and not supportive, but, be encouraging. That's what I got from it. But don't say, compare them to whoever, Beyonce or Rihanna, because that's not true. It's not even not realistic. It's just not true. So
I'm just saying, just don't choose us if you don't feel that way about us. I think this is proving it. Ladies don't want to hear it either. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm just trying to make that point.
But isn't medium ugly relative though? Medium ugly compared to
Crystal, medium ugly is like a 5 on a scale. Do you want to hear that? You don't want to hear that. You see? You don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
I wouldn't want to hear that.
Nobody want to hear that.
Isn't it medium ugly like? Yeah, medium ugly is like a 5.
That's a D grade. Nobody want to hear D grade.
Almost handsome. What if we say it's almost handsome 6?
No, almost doesn't count. You know that, and
it's almost handsome like 7.5. It's almost.
Brandy done taught y'all. What should I say? Brandy done taught you now. Y'all still trying to count it. I don't know why.
Medium cute. Come on, you medium cute.
Medium
that one kind of works.
Put in front of the word, the adjective.
That one kind of works as a positive.
Dismisses it.
Could have been
very.
Did not mean a 5 out of 10, but
I'm done with
What's the number attached to medium ugly?
I'm done with this topic because there's too many pick-me's who want to act like that.
First of all, y'all say medium ugly. Ugly is
like a 7.
Ugly is the word here. Ugly. He's ugly.
Jacobs just said it. Lie to me. Lie to me. No.
Ugly.
That's what I think that they were saying. That's lie to me. No.
Talking about a medium ugly is a 5. What? 5 is average.
Medium
Get out of
ugly.
here.
That's not what that means.
So you're right. It's a 4.
It can't be a 4. You ain't on the scale yet. You ugly. You is not on the scale. What are you talking about? Stop the cap. Sean, go get your caps. Put it on, bro. All of them.
Yes,
all of them, bro. Get out of here with this. What are we talking about?
The women delegation have learned from this Discord that y'all men are more sensitive than we believe. So we all agreed, regardless of the other stuff, that we would not call y'all medium ugly, medium cute, okay, average. We know it hurts y'all feelings. So I think we all agreed. I think we agreed to keep our comments to ourselves. I'm pretty sure we all agreed on that. So
all of you men are so handsome.
We met
I
you
got
there.
pushback, C-Way. I got pushback.
I didn't say lie. I
got pushback, C-Way.
Come up with a weird term.
We told y'all we ain't gonna tell y'all nothing, huh?
See, this is what happens when you want us to communicate. They want us to communicate. They want us to talk to them, but now we sensitive. Oh my God! I'm just telling you what I'm thinking. See
communicate so they can use what you say against them. That's what it is.
Exactly. Say it again. Say it again.
We learned that this is a touchy subject for some, because a lot of us, like a lot of my boyfriends growing up, they be like, "I'm an ugly nigga, and you still want me." That's the way they used to talk to me.
Hey, and Sean, do you feel touched?
That's their self-esteem.
Exactly, and a girl wouldn't say that. A woman wouldn't say that.
Your boyfriends you dated in 1999
It wasn't 19. I was 9 in 1999.
95, 94, 95.
Wow. You're going back 10 years, boo-boo.
He was 9 in 99.
Well, thank
Jesus.
you.
I feel old.
For the clarity. So
I
in
feel old now.
2010, whatever little dudes you was running around with, that ain't got nothing to do with me. If their bar is in hell, that's not the barometer I'm set on.
That's not helping him. Jay-Z's bars in hell. Jay-Z said he an ugly nigga and what?
No, he did not.
No,
he said,
he's rich.
Jay-Z's
rich, so he's cute. He done told you.
He's saying he would be if he wasn't rich. Either way, Jay-Z is saying he don't care about the way he looked. That's his point.
Yeah, because he's
I don't
rich.
think that's what he's saying.
No, because he's rich.
That's not what he's saying. He's saying, I'm rich. I'm tired of y'all playing, trying to call me a camel. So I'm rich. I can't be ugly and rich at the same time because money makes you look better. He ain't saying, I know I'm ugly. It's not an admission to ugliness.
I think that's what he's saying. Either way,
that's your opinion that he is unattractive. I don't really like the ugly word.
My opinion, I'm saying what he's saying. I'm not making an opinion on him one way or the other.
Listen,
we learned that you guys have a sensitivity spot to this and do not want.
No, it's not a sensitivity spot, Seaway.
Well,
so you guys have a sensitivity spot to being told to get on your knees. So we've learned that tonight, that there's a sensitivity spot about how a husband feels about his wife's sexuality.
Don't tell me to get on your knees in front of your boys. Don't tell me
that. That's a sensitive spot for us. That is.
Okay.
But we're all learning today.
But he didn't tell you to get on his knees in front of your boy. You wasn't there. You weren't there. You were not there. So how can you? That's true. I will agree with that. We on camera. I get you. I get it.
Don't y'all be quoting Biggie Smalls on here. Get out of here with no Biggie Smalls quotes.
That's also relevant. Thank you for
y'all
that.
Always got to go to the extreme to try to prove y'all point. Just like Jay talking about Flavor Flav. Come on now. Get away from me with that.
Yeah.
Bogus.
That was way too extreme.
Because I was like, that is not the point. That is not the
that is the one. That is not it.
Every
that
time
just wasn't
y'all trying to prove a point or get backed up into a corner, y'all done come with some extreme. Oh, Biggie Smalls. If you don't get away from me with some Biggie Smalls.
I'm a son of Jay. I don't know where my phone is at.
Another rich man. Get out of here.
Me with Biggie Smalls. You got to be kidding me. You gotta go to hell to try to find an example to prove a point.
Oh man.
I am flying. Yo,
that was fun.
Okay. Safe to say that, like Seaway said, we all have sensitivities. So we all got sensitive spots out here, you know. Man, them don't be telling girls get on their knees. Ladies, don't tell the man them that they're medium ugly. In fact, just don't date them. Okay, date someone you actually find attractive. You see what's happening here with Kirsten and old boy. You see, listen, don't do it to yourselves. All right. Yeah, don't settle for less. There is somebody out there that you find attractive that finds you attractive. And ladies, stop lying to yourselves. We do know if you find us attractive. Did you see how Jasmine was describing her man? That told me that she finds him attractive. But other people see how Kirsten was describing her man. Personality is great. We know when you think we good looking and when we're not, because you won't say it. You won't tell us that. Okay? You don't tell us that. You're like, you nice. Yeah, you nice. When you think we're scrumptious, you tell us some certain descriptions. So we know. Okay?
Her friend said, do you find him attractive? She said, he's a hard worker. He's got a good job. I said,
it's those elite descriptions that be killing me. It's like, yeah,
he's funny. I said,
he's funny. He's not describing.
Yo, why? Oh my God. Yo, why did it seem like the cousin was gonna take him? Like, hey, if you don't want him,
the cousin looked like she was interested, yo.
She was like, hey, keep acting up if you want to. He gonna be part of his family. Yeah. Yeah.
One
We
way or
like
another.
him. You ain't gotta like him. We like him. He in the state.
Her cousins were saying, "You better get over it and be nice." She said, "Kiss him."
Oh man, you lot are killing me. Oh.
You got your second win fooling around with Sean. And
I did because I was asleep. I was gone. I woke up on the knees thing, so I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sean, you lucky I can't find my phone to get Jay on here because I don't know where the hell my phone is. Why you bringing her up?
Jay killed the favorite player.
Wallet, like what? Explain him too, Jermaine.
Why you gotta do this to our brother Sean? You always gonna call Jay for some reason.
The point is, and this is, and Kojo explained it, and this is my point with that is, we are going to a point where one, the Flavor Flav had nothing to do with what we were saying, you know, and this medium ugly thing is what we're saying is men don't like it. And there's a double standard, right? Now, just like the whole knees thing, right? It's objectifying. It's, you know, you're putting women you're setting women back, right? You know, like we got to hear that there's a narrative that's attached to it. And it's like, all right, we don't want to be archaic. We don't want to be cavemen. We don't want to be misogynistic, right? But the minute a man says something, it's like, we can't do it. But when we try to say, hey, listen, we don't like it. Oh, I'm sensitive and this and that and da 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 da. It's like, come on. It's a lot. It's double standards. And we try to tell y'all all the time that there's double standards. And then y'all be like, no, it's not. Yeah, there's double standards. There's double standards. There's things that a man can say and a man can't say. Now, can we say it? Yes. But when you do, that comes with consequences. That's the point we're trying to drive home. The medium ugly thing or not being attractive has nothing to say. We're not saying men that are unattractive don't get women. No, we're not saying that. The point is, no one likes to be called ugly. And I don't care. People overcompensate, can make up a rap lyric, can talk about it, can say whatever they want to say. It doesn't mean that they enjoy it. It's their way of compensating or dealing with the reality. Right? Because you look in the mirror, you see Biggie, you got to figure out how to deal with that and navigate your way through life. And sometimes you do that with confidence. Sometimes you do that by overcompensating. Sometimes you do that by having a dope personality, or you're the jokester in the crew, right? Or you work out a lot in the gym, so you change your body to make yourself look a particular way. Like, but trust me, ain't nobody sitting at home, man or woman, being like, oh, I'm cool with being ugly today. Yeah. No, sorry.
I'm an ugly man, money making. There's a lyric that says that I'm an ugly man making sexy money. Jay Hoos is a big UK rapper. He says, I'm an ugly nigga making sexy money. He understands making money makes you sexy, even though you're ugly. You know what I mean? I know that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the men know that. More money, more power, more status makes you look more handsome. All right, so that's that. Well, Sean, give us the benediction. It's been a fun live.
He just gave us a benediction with his whole little
Don't put little in front of anything that got to do with me. Okay? How about that?
I think we just got his benediction with that monologue.
His deposition is monologue on ugly, on men not called ugly.
We're going to cut that directly out and put that straight onto the YouTube short.
Don't you?
We'll put that on Instagram, bro. You be blowing up. You be causing some scenes on the Instagram, boy. Anything you say will be held against you.
Of course.
Yes,
and here I go, trying to be quiet. I should have took notes from my former self last night and just been cool as a cucumber. But yes, no, here I go.
That's because you had Shorty with the blinds distracting you. She was doing all the dirty work. You didn't have to say nothing.
Olga was
she
crazy.
did all the work.
I love her though.
I do too. She was hilarious.
I'm sorry.
She told me I had cognitive dissonance. I was like, oh,
that's not what she told you. Cognitive dissonance.
That's what we won't do on these internet streets.
That's slightly different, sir. Even the cognitive dissonance that she's mentioned has cognitive dissonance. That's what was mad about it.
I said the cat. Go, Joe.
Okay, let me
If
stop.
we all could have her confidence, I think we would be,
Listen, I need some of that confidence. I would
Her
approach more women
confidence-
with that confidence because that confidence was ludicrous.
Yeah,
you
she was coming throwing shots left and right. Anybody could get that.
I needed Seaway there because I know Seaway wouldn't have had it.
Seaway would have agreed with her. She was agreeing with her for most of it.
No, Seaway was.
Until she went off the rails.
She was trolling.
Only the first 5 when Seaway first came in.
Like, yep, you're right.
The first
You're right
5
on that.
minutes.
You're right on that. Now this,
I agree with her up until the point where she started talking about the kids. That is where
that's
she
what I'm saying.
I saw that. I saw
was where
that.
she lost me. I was with her until she's talking about but she was okay with procreating with somebody who ain't got no money, but that's where she lost me.
That was wild to me.
That to me was the worst part because I don't play about involving kids in your shenanigans. But if she didn't have no kids and she wanted to aim for the stars with her shower curtain, then I literally would not have cared. Because who am I to tell her she can't get a millionaire after taxes? Who am I to say? Okay.
Yeah. I saw Seaway comment. She's like, yeah. Wait, what? No. Wait, no,
baby,
wait.
come back.
Yeah, I saw her comment. She's like, yeah, I agree with that. What's wrong with that? Yeah. Did the kids get what she went? No. Oh, whoa. It was a whole different story.
It was that logic. I was like, what? Your logic is not logicking right now at all. That was my issue. Other than that, aim for the stars, baby. I don't even personally know. I think maybe one person who's making $1 million who's single after taxes. So if she knows all those people, then shout out to her. That's what I'll say.
Honestly, I need to be friends with her. If that's the case. I can get a sponsorship deal. Sean, give us a benediction. We all need some of that confidence. I hope you're praying for us in that confidence. We need some of that. Spread some of that around.
Yes, that's a prayer, right? For us to have confidence, but confidence combined with reality, confidence combined with truth is the recipe, because confidence alone can take you off a cliff that you ain't going to be able to come back from. However, tonight we had a good, great debate, great conversation, great chop it up session, whatever you want to call it. But I think we got to learn a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about these couples. So we think about Dominique and McKinley. Listen, come on, even mothers can be wrong. So even mothers can lead you astray. So listen, if you want to be married, if you want to be in a relationship, it should be on you and not on anybody else. Your mama, your daddy, your friends, your whomever. Please, folks, make your choices for you. And because you're ready and not because somebody else thinks you're ready, right? Because at the end of the day, you are stuck with those decisions and consequences. So please do what you want to do what you are ready to do, and not what somebody else wants you to do. Next couple, we got Harris and Jasmine. We've learned, the men have learned, we heard the advice. Men, please, out there, do not objectify, do not disrespect, do not speak untowardly about your wife, right? Respect her, reverence her, and admire her, right? As a thing of beauty to behold. Please, I beg, because women will not think kindly of it, right? For the men, please, rating your woman an 8 up against Beyonce is probably not the best thing to do on national TV, but in all theory, it's really ain't that bad. It really sounds like it's okay. But again, it's about the receiver. So that takes us to communication. Aris's big opportunity, right? Communication is not just about what you say, but how it's received by the person that you are communicating with. That is the importance of communication, is that you're not only thinking about what you want to say, but how it comes across to the person that you are speaking with. So please, when you're talking to another person, especially in relationships, be conscious, be kind, be loving. Those are the best things to do. We have Clint and not Clint, I'm sorry. Yeah, we could do Clint and Gina. Listen, Clint, word of advice, the ladies are not going to like you, buddy. You know, when you talk down to a woman, even if you're not attracted to her, there's a better way to do it. Please learn how to respectfully state your preference, right? If that is not your preference, we cannot begrudge you of it, but be respectful. Don't be hurtful. Don't be rude. Again, relationships are all about respect. And if you don't lead with respect, then you will disrespect. And ultimately, you'll be disrespecting yourself. Next, we have, and last but not least, we have the woman that works out in the gym. I learned it today. I was corrected, rightfully so. Nicole is a master. She's a master in the arts of being physically fit. So I apologize, Nicole, if you're watching. I totally apologize. Appreciate you. Just please don't steamroll. Don't use your guns to hurt our good brother Chris, right? Listen to him, love him. Use your arms, those strong arms, for love, for hugs, for genuine affection. That's what we need as men, right? Genuine affection, kindness, and respect. Last but not least, Kirsten and Shaq. We said so much. I'm not going to belabor it, but please be honest with yourself, be honest with each other, and learn how to lead in love, deal in love. If you're looking and ready for marriage, be truthful, be honest, be respectful. Don't be dismissive. And I'm going to leave it there. Back to you, Coach.
I appreciate it, bro. I'm surprised you didn't say anything about knees. But listen, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you guys today. It's been an absolute vibe with the panelists as well. It's been good energy. And we've kept it shorter than usual. Normally it's like 4 hours. Good. I like this shorter time because sometimes I'll be on here for too long. And I'm sure they're tired of me too. But listen, look, we appreciate you guys for joining us. We'll be back here on Saturday for Ready to Love. Keep sending us your show suggestions as well, so that we can start reviewing some other TV shows as well during the course of the week, so that there's other people that can come on the panel if you have different shows. Different people like to talk about different shows, so it'd be good to have you guys on board. So keep sending them through, and hopefully we'll be able to start doing a few more lives as well. But panelists, again, thank you, JR, Sean, Crystal, Seaway, Trey, thank you again once more. Audience members, if you haven't already joined the Patreon, make sure you join the Patreon, get involved with the conversations we have back store. You want to hear some of the jokes that we make there, then you need to know. You need to be involved, baby. Okay? You need to be involved. But I appreciate you guys, honestly, and we'll be back here Saturday for another live. Much love and appreciation. We'll see you again very, very soon. Au revoir.